T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show.
Hey.
Are back from a mini little break. We got Climax today. What's up, Climax? Can I join the show? Yeah, of course. Let me actually send out the invite. And we got Jeff as well here. What's up, Jeff? And here's the link. Hey, Lena, how's it going?
How's it going?
It has been a while. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty alright.
That's good.
Yeah, just taking each day one at a time, but
That's good. That's good. Since we do have an interesting topic that I decided to pick for tonight, but before that, just wanted to see a little update. What's new with you, Lena?
pretty much I'm working out some more ideas for launching my channel next month, as I plan to, hoping everything still works in the ways that I want it to. For my channel to be up and running starting next month, which would be awesome because then I would be streaming with you guys for a year. And that's pretty much what I got going on right now. The show that I have with Suave is doing really good. And man, I'm just excited for everything that I get to do now with you guys. So this is awesome. How's everything been with you?
Well, it's been great for me. Do you have any like exact date on when you're releasing your channel or launching it?
For an exact date, I don't know yet. I believe when I started my first stream, it was March 21st. So maybe around that time, most definitely. If I can get it as close to that date as possible, I most definitely will.
Oh, nice.
But just still working out some small little details. But I definitely do know what I would like to do with my channel. Which is like pretty much kind of do what my dad does with like his channels and everything channel, except I wouldn't do vlogging though, just because people don't need to know what I do in my everyday life. But other than that, like, everything else I would like to explore and try to do,
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Cyborg in the house? How's it going? Hey. How are you? What's up, Crow? And Jeff says, Lena, when are we going on a date with you buying?
According to you, the last time I answered that question, it was wrong. So I'm gonna say never.
Yeah, there you go, Jeff. But
the first time I answered that question, and I was like, oh, well, it's kind of up to you. He was like, no, that's the wrong answer. You're supposed to say never. I was like, okay.
But yeah, for me, it's been a pretty busy weeks, I guess, like the past few days. I mean, well, actually, no, I feel like it's been a month since I pretty much got reduced to no social life because of school and things like that, like courses and stuff. Jeff says you're correct, by the way. It's Cyborg, yep. Welcome back, everybody. Had a long hiatus, but yeah, pretty much it was just a combination of things of, internet outage and just things got in the way that I couldn't reschedule. I had to reschedule a few times,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's been great so far as everything. And I think courses and things like that. I do have a lot of stuff that I'm kind of planning in the background, so you guys might see it in the show. I mean, not in the show, on my channel pretty soon. I'm just gonna say it has to do with a lot of stuff creatively, which I'll kind of get to it in a bit, which with tonight's topic. And I was gonna say tonight's topic is dreams, and
Dreams. Okay.
yeah, dreams. So I'll say I'll start it. I'll start it a little bit, because what I mean by dreams is there's things that we used to you want to do when you were younger, and there's things that you want to you thought about it, but you don't know if you want to do it, or maybe it's just that time where you just look at it and you're like, okay, you know what, maybe I should just give it a shot. So to start it all off, Lena, what is one thing that you want to do, your dream?
A dream of mine that I always had, honestly, ever since I was younger, was owning a restaurant of my own, and incorporating like popular foods from all over the world. So like that, all kinds of people can come and visit and have something that'll make them feel like they're right at home.
Nice.
That's always been a dream of mine. I did start the process of like going to school for it and stuff like that. But then, something got in the way. And I just haven't gone back since, but I still want to, I still want to like at some point succeed with that dream.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's good. At least you took some steps on it, so I'm sure you'll
yeah.
be able to still continue. Well, for me, it's always I mean, it's kind of a little known fact about me. I really wanted when I was younger to be an actor for some reason. Like I just wanted to be one of those like sitcoms from like Nickelodeon or something. Like I think
Yeah.
iCarly was like the popular one at the time when I was a little bit younger, and I just knew that I really wanted to be to be an actor. So and filmmaking. I just love filmmaking in general. So I've
Yeah.
been just brainstorming ideas and things like that of um, making creative projects in terms of that. So I've been taking filmmaking courses to do that, and I figured, you know what, maybe it's time for me to do that. And
Yeah.
as well, I did do a brief stint in making music, but the more I've kind of explored that route as well as acting, the more I felt more and more inspired to try to work towards my goal into it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see if I can make music. I mean, it's kind of just the most random thing, but I don't know. Like I was watching Sing 2, which is one of my favorite movies
Oh
besides
my God.
Sing.
Okay. So I haven't seen Sing Part 2, but I love the first one because koalas are my favorite animal, and just because like the koala is like the main character of the
Yeah.
entire story, I can't wait to see Part 2, and I hope that they, play it on Disney Plus, and because the first one isn't on Disney Plus, and that's kind of like what had me stressed out a little bit because I love seeing that movie, but
yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend it. I feel like it's a lot better in terms of like story, I want to say.
mhm.
I think it definitely improves on the first movie, which I mean, there's nothing wrong with the first movie, I feel like, but I still love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
And Jeff says, I have no dreams. I'm too
Oh
old for
God.
dreams. I mean, we all have dreams, especially when you sleep. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, everyone dreams. You
No
may not
dreams
remember it when you
here.
wake up, but everyone does dream.
Yes, exactly. That is true. I only dream I had was realize that Ray subscribed to my. Ray says, "Hell no," and he goes, "Ah." Um, but yeah, there's a little update in my channel. I guess you could say unofficial, official update. It's just that I've been working on a lot of things in the background, in terms of school and career wise, and new stuff for my channel. So pretty much, I've just been researching and just kind of looking at other stuff to see in terms of like musical wise, because
Yeah.
right now I'm just looking at stuff to record some music. So I might record maybe some like song covers maybe here and there at some point. But I will.
Okay, that would be cool. I'm definitely interested to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's been a while. I mean, the only thing ever did remotely was rap in high school, but that's it.
Yeah. Listen,
I
if you ever need someone vocally in the background, you can always contact me.
okay. Well, I mean, I have your number now, so
Yeah, you
very
have my
much I
number
can.
now, so you know.
Yeah, I can call you anytime. Like, hey, Lena, I need a backup singer. But yeah, I figured, you know what, I've just been filled with the past year of 2020, just filled with, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna add it to my list. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this. All right, I'm just gonna go back to it. It's fine. I'm just too busy, and I felt that maybe this is the time, 2022, to really look at yourself rather, like for anybody really, and just be like, you know what, let's try to work on stuff. Like we always
Yeah.
tell ourselves, I'm gonna do this, but then we never do it or just put it to the side. So this time it's do it. Even if it's just only 30 minutes a day or an hour a day or whatever that you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
Take some time, build some good habits, and I feel that you will be, um, at least accomplishing something. You know, but
Listen, one thing I always wanted to do as a kid, was yeah, there were some parts in my life, like when I was younger, where I was like, oh man, one day I'd want to be a model and things like that. And um I remember when I was 11, my mom took me to a modeling agency, and it was weird having to like walk down a runway in front of people. And I kind of like lost my confidence a little bit when I had to do that.
yeah,
But then my mom got back into modeling herself, and now I do it. And I'm still a little shy when it comes down to like taking pictures, just because I'm not really that much of a photogenic person.
yeah.
And I'm like awkward when it comes down to taking pictures. But it's definitely helping me build a lot of character within myself, though,
Well, that's good.
and it makes me comfortable now to be in front of a camera.
Did you have you been doing any like recent work, like weeks, or is that like how long
I
ago was this?
haven't done anything recently just because I've been so busy like within myself with like work, and and now when I'm not working, either I'm home resting, or I'm, doing talk shows with you guys, or streaming, or even just jumping in on my dad's stuff just to be annoying half the time. But I've been
Yeah,
like taking a lot of time to rest, but I have been thinking about like what I would like to do for my next shoot, and I haven't traveled yet. So um I literally thought, like, my birthday's coming up, why not do a shoot in like maybe Puerto Rico, or Miami or something like that. Just something different. So I'm
yeah,
definitely thinking about doing that. Um just because I need to, first of all, I need to travel and have a vacation. And then second of all, it'll definitely open up my eyes to like seeing different types of newer scenery in like warmer climates and stuff like that, with different like just trees and plants and things of nature that we don't see here in Jersey. So
Yeah.
I definitely have been thinking about that last few days, and I was like, So we'll
Yeah.
see.
I'd say do it. You know, do you have someone take the pictures for your shoot, or
Yeah,
you?
I am with a modeling agency called New Horizon, and so we do a lot of different stuff. He does travel with all the other models, and I'm the only one who. And it's weird because I'm the only one who doesn't travel. However, I have been the only one who would use like live snakes as props.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like I'm like
Nice.
I'm one of the younger ones, and I'm like, well. All right, maybe we'll try the snakes and see how it goes. And I'm terrified of snakes, but for me to like, step up and be like, I'll give it a try. And I was like, listen, just saying, if one of your snakes bite me, I'm going to sue you. And like he was like, ha ha ha, it's okay. I have insurance. And I'm like, no, I don't think you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. And at the end of the day, like things worked out and it was fine. And
Yeah.
I had a um bald python that was full blown. It was a female. She was around my waist and she was huge.
Oh, nice.
And then I also had a um oh my god, I had another one. A boa. I had a boa that was
Yeah.
around my neck. So and she was a lot smaller. But he was like, yeah, they really don't get along with each other, but they did really well, surprisingly. And pictures and stuff worked out. And it was great, but I don't think I would probably do that again, though.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, snakes. Honestly, I used to be deathly scared of snakes, but
Yeah,
having mine for years now, it's very. He doesn't do anything. He's just scared of me. Well, in fact,
yeah,
snakes are more afraid of you than like anywhere else. But I always looked at it this way, when you're just a noodle with a head, the world is a scary place,
yeah.
and that's how I always looked at it. And
Listen, I've been like getting really into like granted I have an aquarium, but I've been getting into like the idea of getting like a gecko.
oh, nice.
And every time I go into the pet store, because Sandy and I were always buying new fish all the time. Like I had neon glowfish, and now I have a tank that's filled with barbs.
Yeah.
Barbs are more aggressive than the fish that I used to have. But I have 3 different species of barbs in there right now, and they're all pretty good with each other, surprisingly. They were kind of nervous at the pet store because usually they have them all separated, but
Yeah.
they've all been pretty good. I have Panda Barbs, and they're a lot on the bigger side than my cherry barbs and my checkerboard barbs, but they're all pretty good. So, but I've been going to the pet store, and I would go instantly to the reptiles. And I'm not really a person who's into reptiles like that. Listen, I'll look at you from afar, but I'm not
Yeah.
touching you. But they have these really nice geckos right now, and they're so beautiful. And I just think that they look so different and unique. And I'm just like, man, I would love to have one, but they are a lot to take care of with
Yeah.
like making sure the heat is proper and the tank and the humidity. And that's just a lot. And because I work so much,
Yeah.
they would be too much for me to like try to maintain.
Well, I got something to tell you about that like setup because I always wanted to do this specific thing for my snake, which I mean
Yeah.
it can be applied for anything, but for that though, I have to introduce. I guess he's been waiting long enough, and it's time to introduce for tonight's one of our guests for tonight. To drop by, you got Suave.
How y'all doing?
What's up? What's up?
Hi.
How's it going?
Doing good,
Great.
man. I'm trying to adjust it. You can't really see my hat, man.
Yeah, it's kind of fading into the background.
Oh wow. I know.
I mean, but I can see this. Is that a Stadia controller on it though?
It's a controller. I don't know if it's a
Oh.
stereo controller. It's a
It looks a lot. The way it's shaped, it looks a lot like a Stadia controller.
Kind of does, yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's the lighting. It's the lighting. I gotta move some things around.
While Climax is fixing his camera, what I was saying, Lena, was that I've been wanting to do this kind of project for my snake for a while, and I wanted to do what's called a bioactive setup.
Okay.
So basically, picture it's basically the outside, like like the Earth ecosystem.
Yeah.
So you get you got live bugs. Well, not bugs, but what are they called? Isopods and whatever. They're the insects that kind of break down all the like poop and snake shed and
Yeah,
stuff.
kind of like worms and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically. And then you get plants, that live plants that will like eat that nutrients, and then basically it's like a whole living ecosystem inside.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do eventually. I mean, it's kind of an expensive setup, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's something that you can like less clean for my snake, which I like a lot more better that way, so that I don't have to keep constantly doing that. But I think the expensive part for me is just the lights, because it's pretty expensive to find specific like grow lights and stuff, and
Yeah, because when you need to have like lights that won't kill the plants, but will be safe enough for the snake and everything else in there, right?
yeah, exactly. And plus for me also, like, I recommend getting a mister, like automatic mister. I have one, and it's a lifesaver, honestly, because I used to mist my snake twice a day manually,
Yeah.
and now I have this mister that I just refill with water every week or so, and it's helped a lot too, because
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and he used to have suck, not suck, but like stuck shed.
Yeah.
It's like pieces of skin that gets stuck to the snake, and that's usually bad, because sometimes if you can't get it out, it can cause an infection for the snake, and I like
Yeah.
that. And that usually means also that your humidity is not at the right level. So if a snake has like a full shed, like you see those in the movies, where like it's like a whole roll
Yeah, like
of
it,
skin.
it comes off all at once, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that it just means that like the humidity level for it in its environment is perfect. So that's I've gotten that consistently ever since I got the mister. So if you want to get a gecko,
Nice.
definitely recommend that.
See, I've seen the whole misting process. So they used to have they every now and then they'll have chameleons at the pet store that's by our house. And I've seen the whole setup with like the mister and things like that they had in there for the chameleon.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. And they were like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, but they literally said like they would just refill it with water like every week or so, and pretty much does it on its own with a timer. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
expensive,
I'm sorry.
but definitely get it. Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask, like, what are we talking about?
Oh, we were talking
Reptiles.
about just pets currently.
Hmm.
We did talk about dreams earlier, which
I heard
thought,
that part.
yeah.
I thought that was totally good because, like, I know you said that you want to get into like the acting,
Yeah.
and Lena, you were talking about modeling and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Suave, let's see what I'm talking about. Let's see.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, do you have any dreams that you are working or have?
So honestly, man, I'm more of a provider and giver. Like, my only goal right now is to help as many people I can, and that's about it, man. That's really what I want to do. Like, that's honestly my goal. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Everything else I've pretty much set up for myself and done, but I just want to like devote helping as many people I can, man. Seriously, I was reviewing my taxes, and I donated so many charities and stuff and gave so much money. I gotta like add all that stuff up or whatnot.
Yeah.
But some of it I might not even put on there. But I love doing things like that. That's who I am personally. So, but I can say that I wanted to, I guess, small goal. I've never seen Jeff smile. Have you ever seen Jeff smile? I've never seen Jeff smile, so I want to, I want to make that man smile. If I can be a part of that, that really would like warm my heart up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to do that because I've never, not once. I've seen him like crack on people and like make side jokes or whatever. Like maybe got a Grinch smirk, but I've
A
never
Grinch
seen
smirk.
him like smile or laugh hard, man. Never. You know, and trolls don't laugh. You're right.
Right.
Trolls don't laugh. So I um I would love to make that happen, man. I really enjoy um playing games with some of the people in this community, and the opportunity that I had to play a video game with him, I missed, and I hate that I missed that. So I hope that comes around. I hope he's listening, man. I hope that comes around again. But that's pretty much what I would like to happen.
Well, that's good. We definitely should see. We need to see Jeff at least smile, at least once. So I definitely agree on
Mhm.
that.
It's
But
like we never seen Spectre face.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but what? Listen, I told you, Suave. The plan is Luna's gonna go to Vegas. Okay, she's gonna go visit Spectre, right? And him and I are gonna put together this plan where we're just gonna pop up on here in the same room on the same screen, and I'm gonna be like, guys, look at Spectre. Isn't
Yep.
he so handsome? Like,
Hey,
I got the first look, but now you guys can see what he looks like.
that would be nice. Oh, I'm drinking root beer, by the way, so I'll just put the bottle so you'll know what I'm drinking.
Root beer is
oh,
like me and my dad's like one of my dad's favorite drinks. Me and him when we were growing up, when I was growing up, me and him we would have like root beer all the time.
Okay,
That's like our
nice.
favorite. That's like one of our favorite sodas.
Dude,
pizza,
that's
pizza.
great. When I talk to your dad, he always speak when we have our like, private talks, man. He always speak highly of you. So I
Well,
can
he better.
say,
I'm his least problem child.
yeah, he
Y'all laughing? I'm being dead serious.
he's proud of you, man. He's proud of you. Um, that's cool, man. I think to make it fair career wise, yeah, I don't know, man. As long as they don't like taking care of my family and I have enough money to like take care of others outside of that, I I'm good with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If I need to work a dangerous job to provide that, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a giver. Y'all was talking about something else, reptiles and stuff, pets. I'm not really a pet person, but if I could get a pet, I'll probably get a tiger. But I want it as a cub, and then
A
when they get
tiger.
older, yeah, I want it as a cub. But when they get older, I want to like donate it to some kind of,
Yeah.
zoo or something. I don't want to because when they get older, it's like you looking more like lunch instead of
Well, that I'm
caregiver.
pretty sure that's if you like miss a meal on like feeding it or
I
something.
don't know. I feel the
Well, I
same way
mean,
with snakes because I heard you
Because you would think
mention,
they'd get attached to you.
well, they're wild animals for a reason.
yeah,
They
Well,
they
no,
just
are.
you're definitely right.
I mean, that's the thing with snakes, man. I don't really trust snakes because you raise a snake, let's say a python, because you mentioned pythons, right?
yeah.
Um, sooner or later you're gonna start looking like lunch when they get bigger.
Well,
You
yeah, I was
know,
gonna say they can get really really big. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you feed them, that's how big they get. So if it get out and it just so happened to swallow a puppy, it's getting bigger.
yeah.
It's gonna get bigger. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna want
Yeah.
that.
Listen, the one I had around my waist, she was big enough to eat.
Oh, you had a snake around your waist?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
I do modeling. So I've had snakes on me before, and I kid you not, I had a boa around my neck and a python around my waist. And the python, I kid you not, that was the one I was most afraid of because what I did was I let her wrap herself around my waist and only let her go as far as my waist. And like
Mhm.
just feeling how tight that they can get to at least hold themselves up was enough for me to be like, all right, if I stay as still as possible, I won't get bit. But just so you know, if she bite me, I'm suing you. Like that's just it.
Man,
That's all there was.
it's not the biting you need to worry about. It's the squeezing. That's like pure muscle.
Oh yeah, no, I listen, I was so scared. And then not only that, I have two different species of snakes that don't necessarily interact with each other. So they don't necessarily get
Mhm.
along with each other. And the fact they were both females on top of that, I was so scared because he was like, "Oh yeah, just like after playing the snakes on me, just so you know, they don't really usually get along with each other. But they look like they're doing pretty well now." And then that's when I start repeating myself, if they bite me, I am suing you. And he just
Well,
thought it was funny. Oh, well, I have insurance. And I'm like, no, I don't think you're hearing me. Like, if
Oh,
they bite
but you
me,
had it
I'm
around your
suing
neck
you.
though, Lena.
Yeah, I
Like
had one around
that's
my neck. The
that's where
boa
your
was a
post
lot
is.
smaller, and
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that's your post around your neck.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
um, they are semi arboreal, so that's why they have to, be so they have to be that strong to grip on trees and things like
yeah.
that.
Man,
but
Spectre, when are we
yeah.
gonna game together, man? Not to get off topic, but I want to throw that out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely should. I'm up for any time. I was trying to convince Cowboy last time, to see if we can play some
PUBG, man.
Outriders. Oh,
Play some
PUBG.
PUBG, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We should. Actually, I haven't played PUBG in a while, but yeah, I'm definitely up for it. um, yeah, any time really. Like whenever I'm free, I'll be able to game.
After this video.
Well, I'm not sure about that because I'll be late for me.
You did say
Oh,
anytime,
I know.
bro.
I was about to say it'll be late for all of us.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. True. Well, I mean, any time really, like whenever I'm free, but I do have something to do tonight after. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you know,
Oh man. Can you do me a favor, Spectre?
yeah.
Can you like bring the camera back? Like you know that view where you can bring it back a little?
Oh, let me see. Like change the view like this.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Oh,
I felt like it was like right here, man.
that's true. It does make it a little bit wider, so I think
Thank you
that's better.
so much,
Yeah.
bro. I do appreciate that.
No problem, man. No problem.
Um, so what's going on, guys? What do y'all want to talk about? I know you did. I got on because I knew y'all was gonna do the whole spin the wheel thing, and I always get excited about that. And the video clips. I like this show. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love the show. Man. So, you
Oh,
know, I'm up now. You caught me at a good time. Some people pissed me off on the game earlier,
oh
Ooh.
so
no.
I'm up. Oh my goodness, man, they pissed me off. But I'm here and I'm ready to socialize, man.
All right, nice, nice. This is the Kickback Show, as we always advertised it.
Hmm.
And Ray is kicking back. Speaking of that, with his wife. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for
Aw, that's
stopping by.
sweet.
Love you, brother. Have fun with your wife in the movie. I mean, yeah, with the movie you guys are watching. I mean, enjoy your night.
Appreciate you, bro. Ray, love you, bro.
We'll see you back. But yeah, this always has been a great kickback show. But speaking of which of kickbacks, we are approaching two more episodes left until the season one finale of this show. So
Nice.
I kid you not, it is so crazy because I feel like we literally just started this show a week ago, and now we're already at episode 10, and we're about to be done in 2 weeks, and it's just crazy to
right,
think that time
right.
has
So,
flown by
how
this
long y'all
fast
been
already.
doing the show?
Uh, I would
Like
We
last
say
year?
last year, yes.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember the exact time, but it was around the time when the network was pretty much going to be phased out. at that point, and it was just me just randomly just calling Cowboy, hey, I got an idea. What do you think? And pretty much we
Yeah.
just ran with it, and this is where we are. And then I had Lena as a guest, a guest for that
Yeah, I
night.
was a guest on episode 2, and then I became a co-host by episode 3, and I've been here ever since. Really.
Nice, man.
Yeah, definitely. It felt like a long time now. Honestly, it felt like I've been doing this for a while. It seems, but
Yeah.
You know it's crazy.
yeah.
We're both co-hosts, Selena. So that means you and I should do a show, Spencer.
Oh yeah. We definitely should. That's I've been thinking about that. I'm like, Suave is pretty good too.
Dude, that would be nice, but it got to be
Yeah.
earlier than this late show, man. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
it is
that's
late, Spencer.
that's the only thing because my schedules are just like built to where I'm just so busy that I'm like late times for everything. So that's why,
hmm
and that's the only thing. Like I had to move it. It was originally every Tuesday nights, which was like used to be my gaming show, but then I just had to switch it to talk show because it seems like it's it's better that way. Talk show.
Well, it
Yeah,
seems like a lot of people like it.
yeah. I noticed that too. Like people prefer to talk more instead of just like watching someone game. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's just that everybody does it, you know. And maybe I figured let's change something up, do something
I
different.
was
hmm
gonna say that's kind of how I feel, because even when I do like my stream on Tuesdays,
Mhm.
half the time I'm just talking and I'm not even playing a game.
Yeah,
And I feel like I had more views when I streamed for 3 hours and talked straight for 3 hours and had people join on with me than me just sitting there playing a game and conversating.
yeah, right,
So I
right.
definitely do agree. Like sitting there and just conversating with people definitely does get people more in tune. Like, not that there's anything wrong with, gaming and talking at the same time, but I feel like the game can kind of distract you a little bit, so you're not as focused to the audience as
Yeah.
you would when you're just talking.
And plus I feel like like everybody games so much that sometimes people just tune in just to watch the game and they just don't
Yeah,
necessarily tune in for the person itself, you know what I mean, like
right.
versus like talking where it's like you can kind of interact with someone and there's chances where you can actually build a relationship with your audience too, so it's I feel like it's more intimate connection in my opinion. I feel like because sometimes there's just people there that just want to tune in just because they're like, oh, like this person's my friend. I mean, not saying it's bad. Like I really appreciate, but like there's times where you just watch and then you just don't think about it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And you kind of need like like to that way to interact with someone to kind of keep like wake people up and things like that.
yeah,
So, but but yeah, definitely noticed ever since I switched from gaming to just talk shows, it just went better in my opinion for me content wise. And plus it's easy too because sometimes you just don't want to do anything. So you're just
yeah.
like, I don't feel like gaming. Like I don't know, like just stream and talk, I guess.
Listen, half the time my dad is like, "Hey, Luna, do you know what game we're gonna play tonight?" And I'm gonna be like, and I'm usually the one to be like, "I have no idea." Like I literally have to sit there and say to myself, like, "Man, what am I gonna like play? Because I have no idea." But then when my dad says, like, they have new games, listen, I will totally try a new game. I'm the type of person like, listen, I can break down a game by the graphics. And that's usually
Yeah.
what would draw my attention first, you know? But other than that, like half the time I'm like, I have no idea. Half the games I play, my dad was like, "Hey, maybe you should try this game." And I'm like, "Sure, I'll give it a try," and then I end up liking it. But I'm a talker. And I get that from my dad. We're just people who talk, and like my
I'm
dad,
glad
he
you.
can
Don't-
do
I'm
that
glad you don't talk as
multitasking
much as your
stuff,
dad, though.
but hmm?
I'm saying I'm glad you don't talk as much as your dad, though.
Oh, no. I used to be really bad with it. Like, my dad always tells this story when he meets when we would introduce him to, like, our new friends and stuff like that, or, like, he'll meet new people, and I'm with him, and he'd be like, "Yeah, Lena used to do this thing when she was younger, when I would pick her up from school, and she was saying, 'Daddy, did you know? And Daddy, did you know? And Daddy, did you know?'" And I used to be like, "And did I know what, Lena?" Like, he tells that story all the time. I'm like, "All right, calm that down. I was in kindergarten, okay? I was in elementary school. Of course, a little kid is gonna do that." But I mean, I do have my moments where I do talk a lot. Like, I've gotten myself in trouble at work just from talking a lot. And my boss is like, "You can't sit there and talk to people for too long, Lena, because then they start getting in trouble because of their bosses thinking that they're just back here relaxing instead of working." And I'm like, "All right, I got you."
But sometimes it's
Like,
hard though because you got just great conversations, and it's hard to find a
right.
good point to end.
Right. Like, that's just me. If I'm having a good conversation with somebody, it's hard for me to pull myself away. And then that's where I'm like, then that's when I start getting myself in trouble. Because then I'm like, "All right, Lena, you gotta shut your mouth." Okay? Like,
Yeah,
cut it out. Like, let them go. They gotta come back at some point again throughout the day. It's fine. Like, set the conversation back up then. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I definitely do have that problem. But I blame my dad, so
Same. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I get my conversation chattiness with
yeah.
because it's an odd thing for me because I grew up being kind of timid and just not talking, but then somehow it just is like the exact opposite. In a way, I don't know. I'm social, but at the same time, I'm not social.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I get it.
It's weird,
Yeah.
right?
No, I totally get it. I'm actually a really shy person, but
Really?
once I start to, yeah, like I because of being bullied up until I reached high school, I was always a really shy person. But once I start to open up, being around you more, then that's when I become very talkative. And then people
Yeah.
are like, "Yo, do you ever shut up?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry. Like, now I'm comfortable being around you, so now I will conversate." But normally I'm a really shy person. When I first started my job, granted I have to talk to people every day, I would literally sit there and just look at people and, like, not even conversate with them. I'll just be like, "What do you need?" Get them what they need and kind of just let them be on their way. And I literally had them say, like, "Do you ever talk? Like, are you afraid to talk to people?" I'm like, "No." And then I have to explain. And then that's when I open up. And then I'm like, "All right, cool." Then I'm a different person. And now they're like, "Yo, do you ever shut up?" And I'm like,
Mm,
"No, this is what happens when I get to know people and then I'm comfortable being around you. I become very talkative."
you
Yeah.
asked for this.
Like,
You
so
asked
yeah,
for this.
no, Spectre, I totally get what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
and you're shy, but then you're also like that person who is good with talking to people. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, also, PSA: bullying's not cool. Everybody, for anybody who's
Yeah, it's really
like,
not.
it's not
Like,
cool.
it's
Nah, I'm not with the bullying, man.
Me neither. Me neither.
That's not good at all.
I used to I don't know. I don't think I was ever bullied, but it
mhm.
was more of maybe light bullying. Well, actually, no. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I was kind of bullied for a little bit, but
Yeah.
it was mostly people being kind of fake, just talking bad behind my
You
back.
said you used to bully people?
No, I was bullied. Bullied.
Oh, okay, okay.
Only because it all started when my mom was like, where's your guitar?" And I'm like, "Oh, this so and so borrowed it." And then she, like a couple of days later, like went to the school and like told this kid to be like, "Hey, give him his guitar back." And then everybody
Right.
started calling me the mama's boy, which I mean I don't care. I mean whatever, but
I love my mama.
yeah,
I love my
exactly.
mama.
I mean my relationship has been different since then. I'm not gonna comment on that, but
Yeah.
that's how it was. And I don't know, like as a kid, it was kind of like, all right. I mean, don't see why that's a bad thing, but I kind of get it because that was at a time that my mom was the only one taking care of me for a little bit because my dad
Yeah.
went overseas pretty much. Um, getting his status in the U.S. so that we can all move here. So that was that, and that's why my at a time during that time was very very overprotective, which
Yeah.
could lead to those awkward situations of people thinking of that, which it's those people, and it's mostly just people being fake, and it's
Mm.
yeah, but yeah, speaking of that, I would like to have this. We could move these segments forward for today, since we have one of our sections, the return of the best sections that everybody loves, which is a time for because the internet.
Because the internet. What crazy video do you have for us today, Spectre?
Well, I found this
I'm sorry.
wholesome gem right here.
Oh
I
man,
get excited
I
over
love
little
this.
things. It's
I
just
love this.
Look at that.
oh my god.
That's not a good thing, bro, because bears are very protective of their cubs.
There's
Yeah,
just cubs though. They're all just chilling in the pool.
Bro,
Like
their mom's somewhere around.
no,
Somewhere.
she's right there. Like you see her right there. But like, bro, first of all, bears really have that many cubs? I thought they have like 2 cubs
Nah,
at
they
most.
probably got up to like 5, maybe. They probably have up to like 4 or
Really?
5. Mm-hmm. And probably probably up to. Let's Google it.
I was about to say I'm googling it right now.
I'm doing it right now, also with you
me
together.
too.
We're doing
Black
it together.
bears.
I'll say my guess is 3 to 4.
I
1 to
swore they only have up to 2 cubs.
it says 1 to 3 cubs at a time.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Although occasionally there's a litter of 4, is what it says according to Google.
Oh. But I there had to be more than 4 cubs in that pool.
Maybe. Well, I was gonna say that bears, they don't really like click up with other bears. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much like,
Yeah.
hey, mama bear, father bear, and then the cubs, and that's about it. They don't really, hey, they're your cousin right there. No, they don't really do that. You know?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stick with
They
their
kinda,
little family.
mm-hmm, they stick with their family.
Bears are fascinating, I'd say. It's crazy though, bears. I've seen. I can never imagine living in an area that's like prone to bears, because
Yeah.
I'm just scared if it breaks in the house and then you can't do anything.
You better do something. You better do something.
Well, I was gonna say, listen, I seen this one video and literally the bear just opened up the person's back door, was chilling in the kitchen. The lady came out. She like came downstairs because she heard something. She turned on the light and the bear was just sitting in the kitchen. And the lady starts freaking out because now her dogs are barking right at the bear, and the bear's
Oh my
just chilling, like
Dude.
like everything's all casual, you know. Like I would never be able to just I can't. That could not have been me because I would have screamed and then ran the other way, and I would have been like locking myself upstairs. Listen, take whatever you want. Just stay down here. That's all I ask is just stay down there, like.
No,
And then
bro.
then I'll be the person that yells at the dogs, come on, like, yeah, no, no, I would be scared to death.
I don't know, bro.
Listen, animal control better get there ASAP.
Yep. I heard that if there's a bear that happens to, like, if you live in a residential area where there's bears and they somehow are able to cross your neighborhood or something like that, I heard they tranquilize them, and
You said they
and
tranquilize
like take them back out into the
yeah,
they would tranquilize them and then take them back out into like the wild.
yeah, like something.
So
like
what's wrong with that?
I mean, I heard that they might have. Did they kill them? I think they euthanized it or something like that. I forgot if that's true.
Probably not gonna. Yeah, they probably not gonna kill them. You know what I'm saying? They want to get them back to the.
I will say is one thing I will say is I'm pretty sure if it's in the case where like the bear hurt somebody or hurt other animals in the process, then maybe they might think about doing that just for the safety of like other animals or other people. But I'm pretty sure, if no one or any other animal was harmed during that time, I think that they just euthanize them and take them back out into the wild.
Yeah.
Because you would think that would only happen if they harmed someone.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they would have to move to like exceeded measures to like take the thing down.
Yeah.
I don't think they're.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea. I just cannot. I can't envision animal control like murdering an animal. They'll probably like do like let's say even if it's attacking you, I think they'll try to like put it to sleep. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like killing it. I don't know. I don't think they have those type of weapons like a rifle. That hey, let's get this rifle just in case things go wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
How was you guys' day? Did y'all have a good day? I see Lena got her nails done, so that's good.
I got my nails
Oh, yeah.
done a
I was
week
trying to
ago
give you a
from
compliment,
yesterday.
Lena.
Really.
Huh?
I was trying to give you a compliment.
Thank you. I mean, that just it shows how much you pay attention because I had these nails done and you didn't even realize that when we did our show on Wednesday.
Well, that's a nice color.
Because
Thank you. Thank
let
you.
me tell you why I didn't realize it that day. Because one, I was like worried about, man, are we gonna the dad streaming right now, and are we gonna, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm steady trying to get your dad to like move his show, what I'm saying, or either get done with his show so we can get our son going. Cause he's in the way, man. He's in the way.
Well, before that though, if we have any more discussion, I do have to share another section of because of the internet again because I thought this was wholesome and it involves one of my favorite animals in the whole world, which also happens to be one of my favorite characters from Sing. Johnny the gorilla.
The silver.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the silverback gorilla. I remembered.
Yes,
Dude,
my favorite.
Johnny is something else. I like him, man. He's just like
Yeah.
the sweetest guy, man. Have you seen Sing 2?
Yes, I
I
love that
haven't seen
movie.
Dude,
part 2, so let's not spoil it for me, please.
Yes.
I know
well,
part 1 word for word though. I've seen it way too many times.
Well,
I feel
When they
like
had it on Netflix, I watched it. I kid you not,
yeah.
every night.
I
feel like they're gonna make a Sing 3. I feel like they're gonna make a
yes,
Sing 3.
yes. It's a must watch. Honestly, like watch
Mhm.
it, Lena, as soon as you can. Rent it
Oh
somewhere
no,
else
I
if you have
will.
to.
Listen, when I heard that it was coming out in theaters, I was like, bro, someone's got to go with me because I didn't want to go by myself, But I was like,
Mhm.
yo, so I was trying to find someone to go with me, and everybody was like, no, because that's a kids movie. I was like, you guys all got kids. Come on, it'll benefit you because the kids get to see a movie. They ain't bothering
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
I get to see it and not look like a child because you got children, and it's like, oh, we're taking the kids
Also,
out. They was all like, no. I was like, man, y'all suck.
and also
What about?
fun fact. Oh, sorry. What
No,
was
I
that?
was gonna ask y'all. Did y'all? Well, go ahead and say your thing because you're probably saying something related to Sing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, fun fact: the actor Teron Edgerton, who plays Johnny, aka the gorilla, he sang a Elton John song, right? But if you guys don't know, he actually he went from singing an Elton John song to being in a movie with Elton John in Kingsman 2 to playing in Elton John in the movie Rocket Man. So
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Really?
yeah, definitely. Like Elton John picked him specifically because he said that he sang his songs perfectly, and they just had. I've been watching the interviews last night. They have like a beautiful friendship. It's
Dude,
just
I
like
would love to hang out with Elton John.
yeah,
I
me
believe
too.
that'd be fun. I believe that'd be fun.
But yeah, like definitely check those out. Rocket Man, I heard was a really good movie. I haven't checked it out yet, but Karan did an amazing job based on movie clips I've been watching. So, and he sings pretty good too. He
Shout
never.
out to Elton John, man.
Yep. But yeah, go ahead, Swabe. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, have y'all seen that movie? I think it's called Encanto.
Ooh, that's a good movie. Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, Encanto. You know what's funny?
Encanto.
So
Hold on. You seen it?
Encanto. I'm saying it in the Spanish
No,
way.
no. Have you
Okay.
seen it? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, so it's funny. I literally Sandy was
Okay.
like, "Oh man, I've been hearing this song on TikTok, and I was wondering who this person is." So
You
I
better
had to
not.
watch the movie.
You
I
better
have
not.
Disney Plus, so I'm literally watching like Geographic right now on Disney Plus because I don't know what else to watch on Hulu. I done finished all my shows,
Bruno.
so um
We
I
don't. We
I
don't
I
talk about
always watch
Bruno.
new movies that get released, okay, from Disney, just because that's who I am. I am a kid at heart and I watch Disney movies. So trust and believe, I will watch this movie and learn every word like I have with every other Disney movie.
Yes.
So
So
Well, actually, I gotta point out this too. You should take a look at the. Well, I find it fascinating to me because I mean it's relatable for me on a whole level because the whole theme of the movie, in my opinion, just deals with a lot of I guess like toxicity in family.
yeah.
So if you're gonna watch it, I would say just kind of keep in mind and see what you notice because it's really fascinating. I haven't seen that topic kind of be covered in Disney movies, so it's like I
it's a
would say
family. It's a family movie. It's definitely a family movie.
definitely a family movie. Yes,
hmm
yes,
And Lena, we don't talk
Yeah.
about Bruno. Me and Spectre already know.
yep,
We don't talk about Bruno, bro. I shouldn't
yeah,
even be
We
saying
don't
his
talk
name
about
right
who?
now. Bruno.
yes.
Bruno.
We should
Is that a
never talk
person from the movie?
You
yes.
know, I thought that was the song you heard on TikTok.
No. I don't watch TikTok. Sandy said she kept hearing this song about who's Bruno or something like that. And
Uh,
Hey,
she was like, I knew I had to watch the movie to find out. And since you have Disney Plus, my dad has the information for my Disney Plus because he watches Loki. So um I I've always seen things about the movie. I didn't know it was out already on Disney Plus, so but I definitely will watch it though tomorrow when I get off of work.
man, Spectre, can you play a short clip of that real quick?
oh, in concert?
Not that Bruno.
Oh, Bruno's. Okay. Uh,
You got us just to show him because you know we can't do it too long.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man.
I'm gonna find a short. Just to
So
see.
while he's looking for that, I did look up the whole topic about bears being euthanized after being found in residential areas. And it does say once a bear comes in contact with human food sources, that's when they would want to come back for more. And so sadly, like once a bear that they consider bears a threat at that point, and they said like once a bear becomes a threat, it has to be euthanized. So yeah, they do euthanize them. If they did
Mm.
come in contact with human food, they do have to be euthanized so they don't come back.
Yeah, and black bears are known to be more a little bit brazen in terms of human
Yeah.
interaction too. So it's
I hate to hear that.
So it's
yeah.
sad, but I think it's just a thing like it happens because of like, for safety reasons. That's like one of my friends were like, "Yeah, I'm going to Florida." One of the guys that I work with, him and I are friends. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Florida next week." And I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." I was like, "Oh, so what are you gonna do out there?" He's like, "Well, I'm gonna go to Disney, and then I'm gonna go see like Orlando Studios, and I'm gonna go to SeaWorld." I was like, hold up. You going to SeaWorld? He was like, "Yeah, with the animals, the water animals." I'm like, "No, I know what SeaWorld is." He was like, "Oh, have you ever been?" I was like, "No." And he was like,
All
"Well, why
right.
not?" And I was like, "Mm,
And here is
sorry, my attention." Like,
a snippet of the song.
I will like it's the umbrella. Talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
All right, I'm gonna stop that before we get copyright struck.
yeah, right. We do not own the rights to that clip or the
Dude,
music, so we
he
don't
was
get
shaking
sued by
them hips,
Disney.
boy.
Yep.
He was shaking the hips. I said, I'm gonna watch that O&O so I can get that dance down, boy.
Oh
Y'all
my
y'all gonna
god.
see me in that video shaking them hips, boy.
Well, also, to end the halfway point before we start going over to the questions segment of everybody's favorite section, I wanted to show this little wholesome clip as well because is one of my favorite animals. And to summarize, to have a little brief background of his story is this guy raised a gorilla, and they released him when he became an adult, and he, I think years later, came back to see how he's doing, and this is their interaction with the gorilla he raised.
Oh, I've seen this. This was so cute.
Yes, it really is.
Would it be not cute though if this gorilla punched him in the face? Boy. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
how
no.
you turn a cute video into like
Dude, if he reeled in to like give him a little smooch and then say psych, boom,
Oh, here, look at this. Oh.
right there, a choke. If he put him in the full Nelson right there, I bet he'll never come back. I told you don't come back here.
There was
Oh.
there's another video of this same segment where the gorilla was trying to introduce him to his wives too as well. So
Oh,
so it was a long clip that I couldn't I didn't have enough time to skim through, but that's that. So if you guys want to watch that, I think it's like guy reunites with gorilla or something like that he raised. Definitely check that out. Pretty wholesome. And yeah, so in terms of the next wholesomeness that we can think of, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment and the long-awaited return of 21 questions.
okay.
I had to play it short because every time YouTube instantly gets me every time after we upload. So
Oh, really?
yeah, like they
Wow.
even if it's 30 seconds, which is crazy because it used to be like 30 seconds. As long as it's 30 seconds, like you won't get caught. But even though I did that for 30, it still does it. They're like, nope, we can't have that. So
Wow.
21 questions. Yeah. So yeah, anybody who is new to the show or hasn't played this in a while, 21 questions. Basically, I ask my guests to pick random numbers, or depending on the segments of the little formats I got, they just pick card, answer, and everybody we talk about it. So, I'll let you, Lena, do the honors.
Number 18.
Number 18.
Just because that's the date that I was born on. If you were able to live to 100 and remain at age 30, which would you prefer, mind or body?
So if you pick one, you lose the other, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know. I honestly, I think I would want to keep my mind, because I would like to still be aware of everything going on around me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, honestly, because it's like what's good if your body is 30, but then your mind is stuck on young, and like you can't even. That's no way to live.
Yeah, like I would like to still keep my sanity, mind wise,
Yeah.
than my body. Because as long as I keep myself healthy and in shape, my body wouldn't deteriorate that bad. So. And I only know because I seen my godmom do it. My godmom lived to be 100, and she still did everything by herself in her household. So, so I know as long as my mind is still good, and I keep myself healthy, I'll be all right. My body wouldn't matter that much to me.
All right. Do you? What about Bob? What about you, Solveig? Anything to add to it? Just because I know we talked about it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do body.
But
You know, I think it'll be a nice adventure to like be lost in my mind in my own world. Just see where it goes.
that reminds me of for some reason that reminds me of that old section of Family Guy where I forgot what he said. He had something, and he was like, he kicked like the lady's bed, what was it, bathroom, and the lady was like, "Hey," and he goes, "Oh, I got this so and so whatever," and she goes, "Oh, okay." For some reason, that reminded me of that. um, but yeah, uh, speaking on ending with Suave, your turn to pick a number.
Hmm.
Pick a card, any card.
I'm gonna pick my favorite number. I think I got two favorite numbers. I'll pick my line number 3.
Number 3.
What are your most compulsive habits? Mm. Do you regularly struggle to break those habits? Mm. I have a habit. I have a habit of blinking. So if you catch me on my videos, now that I've said it, um, you're probably gonna catch me blinking a lot, like real hard at sometimes. I mean, even now, if you watch so long, you catch me blinking real hard. It's a strong habit.
No. Well, I mean, does it pertain to like any specific alcoholic or non-alcoholic, or does it?
No, what do you mean? No, I barely drink anything.
Oh, just anything.
Yeah, I haven't, bro. I haven't had, I haven't had a drink of alcohol in like, man, since about a year, almost a year or so.
Hmm.
Like I probably have a drink of alcohol, maybe some wine, maybe once, twice
Yeah,
out of the year, something like that. Not a drinker.
same here. I don't really drink that much either,
Yeah,
honestly.
why did you say? How did you compare that with habits? Like, where did that come from?
Well, I mean, I was just curious. So was
I'm
it?
drinking root beer right now, bro. Just because
Well,
they have beer in it.
all right. So that leaves me with question
How dare
number.
you?
Sorry, I forgot that you had that root beer. You flashed it earlier.
I'm like, what? Like, what is Spectre talking about? like, hey, did you choose number 8 because it has something to do with crack cocaine?
Well, what?
like,
Well, number
what?
8 is my favorite number. I guess you could say because I don't know. I just equate it to infinity. That's
Better
why I
not be
like
no crack behind that door number 8.
Oh my god.
well, only way to find out is if we click right now.
right?
would
Wow.
Would you accept $1 million to leave the country and never set foot in it again?
Boy, I'll be gone so fast.
I would be gone too, but first, let me ask: is this U.S. dollars? Is this Canadian? Well, I mean, if we're assuming
Oh,
if it is U.S. dollars, then I would definitely do it. I mean, I'll be
what?
set
I
for
want it
life.
in euros. Give it to
Right.
me in gold. Give it to me in gold.
No, I
Ooh,
would want
yes,
to be in
yes.
a country like India, okay, because US dollars converted over there, $1 is like equivalent to like a lot of money. So, I would be a very, very, very rich person.
That's true. That's true.
I
Like
would be
I've
a
seen
very, very rich person. So,
that's
I
that's
would
how it
go.
is. Yeah, yeah.
I
Well, I
would
mean,
go. I would go anywhere with $1 million, regardless of what currency it is, as long as I'm able to spend that money there. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't care if I'm in a country where $1 million is only like, I don't know, 700,000. I'll still enjoy my life with that money if I'm able to spend it. And leaving the country for that, man, I'll be gone, man. As long as I can take my family, like as long as I can take my kids, my family, I'm good. You know, I wouldn't care about anything else. Shoot, I'll leave right now. You got $1 million? I'll leave right now.
well,
Shoot.
I just did a quick search, and apparently, if if I took that $1 million and moved back to my home country, Philippines, apparently it's worth 51 million.
What?
A lot of money. Actually,
Holy crap.
and I also noticed, like, I remember when I got my car, which is like, like standard 26,000, I think, when it was
Yeah.
cost. It's worth $1 million there apparently.
Your car, it's worth $1 million there?
Well, I mean, 1 million pesos, but like
What kind of car you have, if you don't mind me asking?
huh?
What kind of car is that, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's just a Dodge Dart.
Dodge Dart. What kind of car? How does that look? I don't know how they look.
Let me pull it up. The Darts used to be it used to be like an old mini muscle car. I guess you could say is what they call it.
Was it on Fast and the Furious, one of the Fast and Furious movies?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen a Fast and Furious movie in a while, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. Let me see
I'm
if
old.
I can. Here it is. This is what it looks like.
Oh, nice. That's nice. I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
That's my favorite color too, black.
Yep.
That is a
I
nice car.
I call him Denny.
Denny.
Yes. Let me see if I could show you here. It's a reference to a movie. If you guys haven't seen it, like what's it called? Has anyone seen The Room? Well,
I've
it's
seen- What?
Well, I was gonna say it's a movie about, like, it's very it's like a cult movie. Like, people, it's like one of those movies where it's really bad that people love it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can show you guys. I'll show you some.
Sorry, $1 million converted into Indian rupee is $74,642,450.
That's crazy.
I would be so rich.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this clip right here. It was kind of like the notorious part of this movie.
It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
I have a problem.
That's literally the acting. Like, I'm not joking. If you watched it, that's just how it was all throughout the movie.
Crazy.
And this is the character that my car is named after, Denny. This guy, Denny.
Hey, Denny.
Chris R., I've been looking for you.
Yeah, sure you have. You have my money, right?
Yeah,
It's coming, Denny. Where's my money?
okay.
5 minutes? You want 5? I'm gonna ask you again, Denny. Where's my money?
I don't have anything.
Where's my money, Denny?
Where's my fucking money, Denny?
Where's my money, Denny?
Money.
Where'd it go?
Everything's soft, bro. You sure you want to name your car that?
Well, I don't know. I just love that movie. Like, I saw that movie with the actor. Well, if you guys heard that James Franco movie, The Disaster Artist, that's where that movie was based off of. Like, the actor worked with the guy, what's his name, Johnny, and it was just about, like, how his movie was, like, people can't believe that it was real. Like, that's what happened.
You name your car, Lena?
Huh?
I've
yeah.
named all of my other cars. This is the only car I have yet to give a name.
Why do we do that though?
But I don't know. Listen, honestly, my last car, I named that car Miracle, and that car ended up saving my life. So,
Well, I mean, what happened,
Nice.
if you don't mind?
my last car is the car that I got into the serious accident in. A year, actually, April 2nd would be a year ago that accident happened. And what happened was I was driving down 295 and a guy in a box truck was starting to get over in my lane. And there was two of them in the truck. So I don't understand why his partner didn't say, "Hey man, you're getting over." Like, and by the time I realized how close he was to my car, it was too late for me to put my hand on the horn. So I swerved out the way, and someone was coming off of the turnpike ramp to get onto 295. So I swerved back, and I went straight into the guardrail head on. And the crash bar is what snagged onto the bottom part of the guardrail, which stopped my car. So, but my car luckily was only leaking coolant. I hit my head hit so hard that I was in a daze, and all I could think about was finding my phone to call someone, and all of a sudden, like, what made me snap back was hearing someone tapping on my window. And when I looked over, a guy was like, we need to get her out the car. The car is leaking. We need to get her out now. And then I come out of a daze, and I'm looking around like, what is going on? And then I realized it happened after the fact. And pretty much there was two guys that helped me get my door open for me to get out the car. And luckily it was just coolant, but I didn't find my phone till after I was out the hospital, and Sandy took me to the tow place that my car was taken to, and my phone ended up going underneath the center console behind the dash. So it was crazy.
Definitely a miracle.
Definitely. I kid you not. My friends were like, why would you name your car Miracle? That's such a weird name for a car. And I'm like, well, I guess it wasn't a weird name for a car now, considering it saved my life. So
yeah, definitely.
Oh, so you gave it that name before the accident?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
For some reason,
Yeah.
when I first got the car, for some reason, something was like, oh, I'm gonna name you Miracle. And like I just stuck with it. Everybody was like, that's a weird name for a car. And I was like, no, I feel like it fits the car. Like for me,
I
it
mean,
worked, and it
there's
apparently did. So,
there's people that's named Miracle, right? Like,
oh yeah, I
I'm
know.
pretty
I
sure,
grew up with a friend named Miracle.
right?
So,
Yeah. Actually, I mean, not to go off topic, but for a little bit, my old job, I knew that this person named their kid Batman.
Batman?
Yes, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, and then
Like
their
that
kid.
was on their birth certificate.
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh my
You
god.
said Batman or Datman?
Batman, like BAT man.
Wow.
Like, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't want to disclose a little bit too much about it, but it was definitely on a doctor's note somewhere, which
Oh my
which
gosh,
makes it even more
Batman.
official. So you know, and their kid was like their sister was named Miracle or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the
You
only
got
reason
that cool name, though.
that is a pretty cool name. And sorry, I kind of lost our little footing here. Whose turn is it again?
My
Lena?
turn.
All right, pick
Lena.
which number.
Don't pick
Um,
11, because 11 is my other favorite number. Do not pick it.
I'm gonna do 4, because 4 is like my dad's number.
All right, number
Ever since I
4.
was young, my dad was always like, "You owe me $4," and he still do that now. That'll be $4. I'm like, bro, what is with you and the number 4? But then again, I have OCD, and every time I like eat something or I drink something, or like even when I brush my teeth, I gotta count the 4. Like, it's weird.
Wow.
People say like, your OCD is bad when you start counting, but I don't really see into it that much. So
You know, it's weird. Like, I don't know if this even counts as that because I used to be obsessed with like counting corners of things. Like, I'll be looking at the TV screen and I'll just keep counting the corners of the screen over and over again. I don't know why, but
no, I
I
used to do the same thing.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
would stare, like, even when I'm at work sometimes and I'm looking at the computer screen, like, I'll go back and forth with the corners, and I would become in such a daze doing it that I wouldn't even realize there was people around me talking to me until they like tap me, and then I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
So yeah, yeah.
Let's see what 4 is.
Yeah. And let's see. So, I mean, if I were to pick if I would like to be famous I'd rather be famous for. Well, I guess the main thing right now is just doing anything creative wise. I guess so. Just.
Oh, that's the question. We can't see it.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Good
I
question. I
was
didn't
like,
realize
what?
that my screen was gone. Here you
I
go.
got a little confused. And I was like, wait, what?
Would
Oh,
you
would
like
you
to?
like to be famous? In what
And in
way?
what way?
Okay.
There you go.
Um, um, I would like to be famous, but I would want people to see me in a way as like, wow, she's really like as like a motivational person though. Like you know how there's some people who are motivational speakers and that's why they're
Oh yeah,
famous.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we already know Jeff's answer.
I am famous on OnlyFans. Oh my lord.
What is OnlyFans? What's that?
Um,
Just let me know out. Let me know later.
just look.
No, just let
No,
me know
don't look it
later.
up
Just
because then you
let me
don't
know
even get in
later.
trouble by your
Let me
wife.
know
So
later.
Lena
never mind.
will inform you.
I mean, I've never been on it myself, but I do have
Just let
friends
me
who
know
like kind of
later.
resort
That's
to
how
that
you
kind of
talk
stuff.
about it.
It's a way. Listen, I'm just gonna say, listen, it's just another form of income. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
It's
Is
just
it like
another form of
e-commerce or whatever?
I don't even know what
like
that
what?
is. Let's just talk backstage after this.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah. I just a drink went
Don't.
the wrong hole.
What?
My drink it just went
It went down the
really,
wrong pipe.
yep, the wrong
It
pipe.
went
There
down.
you
Okay. You said you drank with the wrong hole, and I'm like, wait, what? I
go.
was like, wait, what?
Oh, the
Say that
show.
correctly.
People.
Oh
People.
my.
I've heard people say, went down the wrong pipe." Like, how many pipes you have? I only got one pipe, bro. How many pipes?
No,
How many pipes you got?
when you say it went down the wrong pipe, because when you think of like your esophagus, right? The you have two pipes that branch off of it for your lungs, for
Yeah,
you to breathe. So when you say it went down the wrong pipe, that just means it traveled either too far to the left or too far to the right, and it went down into your lung, and that's why now you're coughing.
yeah. Well, but yeah. What would you like to be famous in, Lena?
I would like to be famous in terms of being a motivational speaker.
Motivation figure. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like that's the most
um,
positive way to be famous.
that's true. That's true. Plus, you always like see all of those stuff like people endlessly clip and put that in like their compilations on YouTube too. So,
Yeah.
but for me though, I would say if I want to be famous for something, I want to be famous for something for um, just making an impact on something. Honestly, I
Mm.
mean, I like doing stuff creatively, but at the same time, I like to to help out and see what I can do. Like the whole one of like the whole reasons why this whole Stay Bash thing all started was that me and Cowboy wanted it to be a way where we can show platform and show your channel as well. Like show off your channel, use that as a way to gain more exposure for your content. So I wanted to do something like that, like make an impact and just be part of something that I can create that's gonna be good for people. And well, what about you, Swami?
Famous has never been my thing, so I wouldn't want to be famous at all.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes Tupac used to say, he just wants the money, not the fame, right?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, speaking of Suave, which number, sir? I'm assuming
Number 11.
11. Here we go.
what?
So if you were to die this evening, what is the one thing you regret not telling someone? I would regret not telling Jeff these nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh, I feel like that'll be hilarious. That'll be hilarious, man. I'll be like, Jeff, guess what? He'll be like, what? These nuts.
There's this dragon joke I used to say back in the day. I would say, hey, do you like dragons? And they'll go, dragons? Yeah, because I heard you like me dragging these nuts down your face.
Ah, that's a good one.
Wow. Wow.
That used to be one of the um, middle school jokes back
So
in
what
the
if they
day.
say, yeah, I like dragons?
Yeah.
What if they say, yeah, I like dragons? Because dragons is kind of popular.
Yeah, then that's when you'll say, "Oh, do you like these dragons?"
So
Dragon
what if they
nuts.
say I don't like
Oh
dragons
my
though? What if they say I
god.
Yeah.
don't like dragons?
Yeah. Well, I'd say, well, really, that's not what I heard because I heard you like dragon.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I gotta steal that and I gotta use that at work.
Yeah. I couldn't say it properly with a straight face. Well,
Jeff, you talking about me or Spectre?
I think you was talking about me when I was trying to tell my dragon joke earlier,
Mm, mm.
which was just basically just saying, "Hey, how'd you like me dragging these nuts down your face?" There you go. Finally, I was able to say it.
That's the first time I've ever heard that and it's funny.
Yeah, that one's funny, bro. That one's funny.
Thank you,
I
thank you.
like that one.
um, what about you, Lena? What is one thing you regret not telling
Um man.
Oh, I said, Jeff, I would be like, the only thing I would regret, I'd be like, Jeff, I have something to say to you. And you'll be like, what? And I'll say, these nuts.
someone? or or the
Jeff
dragon?
too old to get that joke, bro. He's too old to get it. Let's move on.
Uh,
What would you regret saying, Lena?
I would regret um I would regret telling someone that I love them. Like let's say I got into an argument with somebody, right? And then they just so happen to like leave and something tragic happened and they died. Then I would probably always like have that guilt of like, but I never got to say I love you.
Hmm.
yeah.
But this is if you die though.
What?
This is
Yes.
if
Yeah. If
you
you were to
die.
die.
Oh well yeah, it's still the same thing, you know, we get into an argument
Same
and then I
thing.
died. Yeah. The last thing I should have said to them was I love them because now they gonna feel guilty as hell.
Well, I know that you already care about me, so I don't have to hear you say it. I already know you care.
Well, well, for me, I don't think I would have any regrets because now I can get to tell my granddad that I do love him
Nice.
because I wasn't really well. I mean, a little bit of backstory. We didn't really kind of get along that well. I mean, I was kind of a little brat when I was young, so I was too young to kind of really like appreciate and talk to him. And the last time I remember interacting with him was just that he didn't really. We kind of had like a little argument, but that was when I was a kid, and I think a couple of weeks after we got a call from a detective, and they just thought, sorry, short, he was murdered, pretty much.
Hmm.
And growing old now, after going through just certain things with my own family, I just kind of came to realize and heard about a little bit more of his backstory, and I felt like I could relate more to what he was going through at the time, and I just wished that I could have seen him or talked to him when I was older to maybe like see what it was like, but I can never get that chance right now. So yeah. And I think we lost Suave.
I was I was gonna say, Suave's gone. I honestly thought it was probably my connection because my connection's done it twice so far. But then I looked and I realized it was just him, and I was like, oh, I guess not.
Yeah, I think he's it might be a connection issue. I feel like he might have lost connection maybe. Oh yeah, he dropped out, so he's probably gonna try to join in again, which I believe he should be able to because I still have the link pinned in the comments
Yeah, I was
section.
gonna say he should be able to just click on the link again and then be alright.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, in that case, I mean, we can still move forward for a little bit. Hopefully, we can catch him still. Uh, Let me see. That was your turn, right, Lena? Really?
Yeah, it would have been his turn.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just go ahead and pick 12, the day I was born. Let's see. What's the greatest accomplishment in your life? Is there anything you hope to do that is even better? Um, let's see. I can't really think of any accomplishments for me because I've pretty much lived my whole life of being just being setting up more goals for myself, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So I'm always the type of person that's constantly like, what am I gonna do now? Maybe I want to do something to add to my skills and life and things like that. So I think my biggest accomplishment is just going through things and seeing how tough was in my life
Yeah.
and was just I'm just proud of myself in general, I guess, just because being able to go through all of those things that I've went through and still haven't given up. So I guess that's like the only accomplishment that I could think of. And we finally have him back.
He's back.
Welcome
Sorry
back.
so much. My laptop had died, guys.
Oh, that's why. That's why
Shake
we
it,
were
my
wondering.
head. Look who's having technical problems now.
Man, sorry. But I'll play it up. It's cool.
Okay, okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, at least welcome back. Looks like we're able to catch you still. We're just discussing the greatest accomplishments. I was just saying that I was just
Oh, I
proud.
heard you. I heard
Oh,
you.
okay, okay, cool, cool. Sounds good. And Lena, what do you say?
um, One of my greatest accomplishments in my life, I would honestly say, is making that step of like following my dreams with going to college. I am the only one out of my siblings who has taken that step to at least start college. Um, Granted, because of certain circumstances, I didn't get to finish, but I did stick to what I wanted to do and make that step, which I actually felt really proud of myself for, because it's usually hard for me to stick to something sometimes. So
Yes. Well, keep going. The only way. There's only one way. Like Buster Moon said from a Sing. There's only one way but up.
Yep. You sound just like him.
Yep, yep. What about you, Swami? Accomplishment? Like,
My greatest accomplishment in life is having my kids. And is there anything I hope to do even better? Raising them to be adults, you know?
mm, That's always
that is
weird.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's me, man. I um I would, I mean, besides like actually meeting Jeff in real life and giving him a big hug, man, that's the only other thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all.
I got to go to Canada and I need to go to Jersey. Those are the two places on my list.
Only one way.
But when I come to Jersey, I'm coming to fight Cowboy, and then we're gonna have a drink together. Like go
My
out to
dad
eat.
doesn't drink.
Well, we'll have a root beer.
Root beer party.
Yeah, have a root beer and go out to eat or something.
It's like it's like that SpongeBob the movie scene where they just get drunk, quote air quotes, on those ice
Off of
creams.
ice cream.
Yeah. um,
Remember in Grown Ups, they were talking about getting wasted,
oh
and
yes.
they were like, "Oh, it's when you have too much ice cream." And then one kid was like, "I want to get chocolate wasted," and the mom
Yeah.
looked and was like,
Oh, but yeah, Suave. Which number would you like?
Let's see.
"Hey guys, I gotta step away
Let's
for a
try
second."
number one.
Okay.
And number
Number.
one. Oh, oh, do y'all even want to know that?
What's your
My
voice?
most enjoyable dream.
Does this involve Jeff?
You know it. My most enjoyable dream.
Did he?
Um, I,
Did he? Did he
I
say
can't go
something like
into too
that?
much detail, man. I would say that it definitely involves Holly Berry, man. I don't know
Oh,
why, but I think that is one beautiful woman, boy. And
yeah.
like I wish I've never if I meet Holly Berry, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to holler at her and get a number. I'm gonna even try to go on a date with her. Like I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna take her because she may be too up there. I'm saying let's just go for a walk in the park or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
My worst nightmare, dude. My worst nightmare was I was thrown in a pit of snakes, and they just kept biting me, and I wouldn't bruise up or anything, but I kept feeling the pain, and even get swallowed by one, and feeling the whole digestive, like the acid and everything, and then not
Yeah.
dying and experiencing it all over again. It was torture. It was torture. I think that was my worst nightmare. I
Oh,
think because I really don't like snakes. I'm not afraid of them, but I don't like them. You know.
yeah. Well, for me, hmm, most enjoyable dream.
Was it a
Uh,
wet one, Spectre?
uh, well, yeah, but it was me just involved sweating my back because I keep
Spectre, you are so PG-13, bro. Oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. How old are you, Spectre?
26.
Bro, come on now. Oh my goodness, bro. You talking like you 13.
Well, I mean, I
You
just have
talking
I
like you
don't.
sick. You talking like you sick.
Well, I don't have like any. It's just generic dreams, and plus, it's like I just keep waking up in the middle of the night, like sweaty, like for some reason.
Bro, you probably was, you probably was sweaty for putting in overtime, bro. This
Man.
dude, any man that answer this question, bro, you know the most enjoyable dream. You know, even Jeff know this, man.
I'm sure it's probably like involving Ray and his page, whatever that's, or something like that.
What was your worst dream, man? What was your worst nightmare?
I think my worst nightmare, I want to say, is like we I was with like random people or something, and we were hunting like a ghost or
Hunting?
something.
You was hunting a ghost, or you was chasing? You was
Yeah,
going after a ghost?
yeah, like on like a Scooby Doo type of situation.
Boy, I already see this nightmare going backwards.
And it's just I don't know. I think it was this dream, but I just remember like having. I think it was like a sleep paralysis or something because I remember trying to move my head and I could kind of feel my head moving, but then it's not, and like my head was shaking, but like end up waking up with with like sleep paralysis and things like that, and that was kind of terrifying because it's just that feeling that you can't move,
Mm-hmm.
and but you're trying. It is just I don't know. It's just scary. Oh man,
Man, dude, that right there, that would be too much for me, man.
it is. It's
Mm-mm.
don't want to do that. um,
No, no.
well, it's normally Lena's turn, but Lena's not here still. She's not back yet, but
I'll go.
I'll let you pick Suave.
Man, let's see. Let's do number 19.
All right, number 19.
Oh,
Oh,
Lena,
Lena,
let's come back. Wow.
welcome
So,
back.
Lena,
We were
the
just
last
talking about you.
question, the last question was, what was your most enjoyable dream?
Yeah.
Don't lie either, Lena. Do not lie.
Most enjoyable dream?
Enjoyable dream.
That was a really good question. I've been having a lot of nightmares lately, so
Oh, well, the next question, like after that, was what was your worst nightmare?
Yep.
oh,
Your sleep
my
paralysis.
worst, my worst nightmare that I've had so far, I kid you not, it was like I was in a haunted house, except it felt a little too real, and I literally felt like I was having a heart attack. Like it was that bad. I woke
You're
up
instructive,
screaming in the middle of
boy.
the night and
You're
was like,
instructive messing with them
like,
ghosts.
you ever have those moments where you like wake up out of your sleep and you're like to like make sure like you're actually awake and you're real? Like, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You said no. You never had one of those moments, Suave?
Let me tell you, man. I'm like so fearless. Even when I had that dream when, with the snake, well, you didn't hear about it, but with the snakes, being in a snake pit and everything,
Yeah.
it really didn't bother me. I was like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna survive it
It
or
is what
not.
it is.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
survive it or not. So yeah, I don't know. I'm scary when it comes to stuff like that. Like I would literally jump into danger to save people. It wouldn't bother me. Wouldn't bother me at all. I wouldn't even
So
hesitate.
why
Yeah.
Wouldn't even
didn't you just
hesitate at
become
all.
a firefighter?
Because I don't believe in lung cancer.
That's true. That's true. Lung cancer and melanoma.
Right. So I actually wanted to be a firefighter when I was growing up, and as an adult, I tried out, passed physical and everything, and at the end, you have to sign a consent form saying that you will not sue anything if you find out you have any smoke in your lungs and it leads to cancer.
Yeah, that's like I wouldn't even do that. I would just been like, nope, no, thank you. I'm
Nope.
not looking to get lung cancer or
Yeah,
asbestos
Mm-mm.
right.
or whatever.
I am good. I mean,
What?
it was kind of intense taking the physical exam. It was a little intense, man. Very intense. So I have a lot of respect for them guys. I have a lot of respect for them.
I heard
Um,
I heard they're criminally underpaid too. Like I feel like they deserve
no
more.
way, boy. They get paid. They
They get
get
paid.
paid. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to hear then, because I always heard someone told me that they don't get paid a whole
Well, you
lot
know what? I take that back. In Texas, they do. I don't know anywhere
in
else.
Texas.
I can
Mm.
only speak for Texas, but every firefighter
I
that
was
I
gonna
know,
say, if
yeah,
anyone's watching this at any point in time is a firefighter, no matter where you live, do you feel as though your pay is worth it?
Yeah. Please
hmm,
let us know if
Yeah,
anybody
like do
does.
you feel as though your pay is worth for what you do as far as your job and risking your
that's a
life?
good
Like,
question. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. Moving on. Suave. What is what when you're given a compliment, do you usually acknowledge it, or do you suggest that you really do not deserve
Um,
it?
I'm gonna acknowledge that, man. Thank you. Why? Thank you. Why? Thank you. So I think a compliment is a form of someone being polite to you. And I think now where I'm from Mississippi, so I think we was raised up. It's rude to not acknowledge something like that. Even if, like, let's say that that you're overweight, and someone give you a compliment like, "Man, you look
Yeah,
nice, man.
yeah,
Look like you lost some weight." It's good to acknowledge it, even though you may feel different about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
It's rude not to acknowledge it. So I would um I will always acknowledge a compliment, man. It's just a polite thing to do, you know.
That's true. Like that's how I view it with gifts too, because sometimes like, well, I mean not sometimes, but I'm pretty sure most cultures like they give you a gift and it's like rude to not accept it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, are you sure? But then if they say yes, then I'll take it, of course. Like, unless
Yeah,
it's
I'm
yeah.
like that with food too. Like, if you offer me some food, I would try to eat it, but I'm not big on trying other people's food. But if you invite me and you say, hey, what I'm saying, we cook, try this, yada yada, I would try it. And I pray. I'm very good at hiding stuff. Like if it don't taste that well, I'm like, and I just won't.
Yeah,
I just won't anymore.
yeah.
But now if it's something that I just like, I don't eat beef or pork. So if it's something like that, I just completely tell you I don't eat beef or pork. You know what I'm saying? Oh, where's deer? Mm.
No, thank you.
I'm like, nah. I'll taste it, but mm,
Wait, so then you only eat fish and chicken?
for the most part, yeah. And turkey,
What?
mostly turkey and chicken, and eggs. I mean, I eat eggs, so you know. I mean, I guess that fall in the category of chicken, huh?
So
Well,
you eat birds pretty much. You just eat birds.
I eat
just
birds.
birds.
I mean, I do eat fish and shrimp and stuff like that, but you know,
Well, I mean, just to delve segue the topic a little bit. If you guys haven't tried um, Heritage Egg by Happy Egg Co., it's really good. I recommend it.
what is it? I don't know what that is.
It's well,
Heritage egg.
yeah, like Heritage Egg. I guess it's like from a heritage breed of chicken. The
Oh.
way I found it was that it was supposedly it's like a breed of chicken. It's like kind of like artisan, I guess you could say, like the fancier chicken breed.
Hmm.
And the yolk of it is very like it's very dark compared to like your regular eggs.
Hmm. So
And
does it taste very exquisite?
yeah, it definitely does. Like it tastes really great. This
Hmm.
is the let me see if I could like open up a picture here. This is the egg that I usually get from the market. Um, and it's like you can see it like it's really dark. And
Yeah.
I've been eating it with like scrambled eggs or just regular um, fried egg or yeah, like fried egg, and it's really
They're
great. Like,
blue and brown.
I've
yep, yep.
never, I've never seen that in the grocery store. I must be poor.
Well, I was gonna say I've never seen that out here in Jersey, so I don't know.
You might be able to find it. I'm not sure if they well because this is brand new. Like I just discovered this like maybe a couple of weeks ago or so. So it might be like a new product, a new product. I'm assuming,
What does that
but
say? Amber yolks?
yeah,
Rich amber yolk?
amber. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
darker.
they're free range hens that are raised in Missouri and Arkansas. And the blue eggs come from a speckled leg bar, and they call it a chocolate brown shell. Comes from a copper marron.
Hmm. So it's really good.
Apparently.
So
But
Spectre, if I try that, if I find them and I try it and it tastes nasty, I'm coming to Where you at? Las Vegas?
He's in
Yeah.
LA.
Coming to Las Vegas, and I'm punching you in your stomach.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
For that
Dang.
recommendation.
Well, I mean,
For that recommendation.
taste is subjective. I mean, I like it personally because I don't know. Like I compared it to other eggs, and to me, it just tastes, I guess, more richer. I guess like is the best way I could kind of compare
Like,
it.
it tastes healthier, pretty much, like, in a way.
I would
Like,
say yeah.
would you say it tastes healthier?
I would say yeah because I would log my calories on like this app because I'm doing like a diet thing, and it would
Yeah.
always say like, oh hey, it's high in protein compared to the other eggs that I used to get, which was like just the plain eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before that, like I used to get, it's the same brand that I get, but it was under like their free range organic one.
Yeah.
And so I got that one, and it just tasted better. I feel like it's definitely fancy, but it's great, really great.
Well, one thing I will say is, like, having fresh eggs, like, when I was younger, and I lived with my mom, we lived with my grandma in Atlantic City, and she had, I kid you not, a bird farm in her backyard. So in the morning, me and my cousin would have to go and get the fresh eggs from the chicken coop. And what I used to do, which I felt as though was smart. I mean, now when I think about it, it was kind of cruel. But I'm the oldest, so I mean, I guess I can have those rights. So what I would do is I would send him inside the chicken coop, and while the chickens were distracted on attacking him, I would take the eggs. And my grandma would always have us grab the eggs in the morning. We would literally have fresh eggs in the morning. And they do taste better when they're like fresh and you know what they're being fed, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I definitely would agree with you there.
Definitely. Oh, and compliments. Do you take it, Lena, or
Huh?
in terms of compliments? Do you
Oh,
accept
in
it?
terms
Or?
of compliments, I feel like it all depends on the context of the compliment. Like, because I will get compliments from people where they're being like genuine. And then I'll also get compliments from people where they're like trying to be flirty. And then that's when I have to be like, all right, pause. Because
Yeah.
now you're just making yourself like a fool.
So if
But
someone was flirting with you and they gave you a compliment, you like, nah, no.
no, and
No.
I wouldn't say no. I would be like, I would. And it's literally what I have to deal with every day at work. Because at
Oh,
first I
I
was the
see. I
only
see.
female, so now I'm not. But I mean I still deal with it now anyway. So it don't even matter. But literally, I had one person who flirts every single day, and he compliments me every day, which is okay. But
What?
in the
Give me
context
an
of how
example
he
of
was,
what company he tells you.
in the context of how he was complimenting me, it became annoying because I know you're flirting. Like, you need to just stop. Thanks. I appreciate your compliments. You're telling me I'm beautiful and things like that. I appreciate it. But now you need to dial it down. Like, take a step back. You ain't got to do it every day. I got the point across. All of you guys tell me this every single day. I don't need to hear it 20 million times every single day because then it starts to get old. And now I'm just like, all right, something's got to change. Like,
True.
so, and for me, getting compliments, I feel as though doesn't really do anything for me because I'm just so used to it that I will be the person to say thank you and then also tell you need to stop. So,
It's all about
so
perspective.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
like with that guy, I literally told him, I was like, listen, I appreciate you complimenting me every day. I really do. But now you need to stop because now it sounds like you're trying a little too hard. And he was like, dang, you ain't gotta shoot me down like that. I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just telling you, like, you need to
Wow.
dial it down.
You don't want to
Like,
get workplace sensitivity work like those.
yeah, like I don't need people. It's enough people think that I'm just that person who surrounds myself with men because of the attention, and that's not true.
Yeah.
I I personally don't really like the attention being on me 24/7. Just because I've always been that shy person, so for me having attention 24/7 on me, it makes me feel weird.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. So
Hey, the way you got that hair pulled back, man, look nice, bro. I like them nails. You know what I'm saying? Them nails.
Um,
You know.
well, in terms of compliments for me, I mean, I don't really get that many compliments. I guess you could say. I mean, usually it's just pertaining to like stuff I do creatively. I guess you could say, but I would definitely take a compliment. But sometimes but the same token, I'm just that type of person that would be like, "Oh, thank you," but you really think so? Because sometimes I just don't really think too much or dwell too much on whatever I work on, and sometimes I'm just curious to see like why you're complimenting me on, if
Hey,
that makes any
Spectre,
sense. Yeah, like well, I guess
no,
like
that definitely makes that makes sense.
I
I get
feel
it.
that.
I do the same thing.
yeah, like I
Spectre,
guess, huh?
I really like them horns on your head right now, man. Real nice.
Thanks.
Look like you waxed them. Look like you waxed them before you came on the show.
Spectre, I feel like I picture you as a person that like probably wears glasses.
Well, yeah, I do.
Oh look at that.
Say
Woo!
what? What happened?
No, all right. So I said Spectre to me sounds like the type of person I picture him wearing glasses. So like I picture him wearing glasses, and he said he wears glasses.
Well, I mean, what made you come to the conclusion that I wear glasses?
I don't know. You know what's funny? When I was younger and I would talk to certain people, I would then like imagine like what their living space would be like. I'm weird. Like I would start to picture like, man, I wonder what their house looks like on the inside, and just because of their personality,
Yeah.
and like half the time I would be right, and I'd be like, wow, I would walk in to like their room, and like with my female friends, I would walk into the
Yeah.
room and be like, wow, I kind of figured your room would look like this, and then they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, no, it's nothing like to be offensive about. It's just a weird thing that I do. But
Wow.
like I kind of pictured him to be the person that like me
Yeah.
based on your personality, I feel as though you'd be a person that like probably wears glasses and not saying that you're nerdy because I'm not, but I'm like I've always pictured you to be a person that wears glasses and I'm right. So
Yeah.
Hey, Linda.
ooh, what?
Linda, what do you
What?
think? What do you think I look like?
I know what you look like.
Yes, so you don't know my face right now. What do you think?
What?
I think Spectre. Let me guess. Can I have a guess, Spectre?
Sure.
I think that you're the type of person that drives a Dodge Dart. Am I right?
What?
Did I guess that
He
right?
told you what kind of car
Yeah.
he drives. That's not
Yeah.
I knew I
fair.
was right. I knew I was right.
I had a legit guess of what he probably is like because of his personality, and I was right. So,
All right.
Hey,
Now it's your turn, Lena.
okay, let's go with lucky number 21.
All right.
okay.
Lucky number 21. Would you be willing to move to a distant country for someone you deeply
Um,
You better think hard on this one, Lena.
I
love?
don't, I don't know about a country because I would physically have to get on a plane for that. But if it's another state where I could drive
I
to,
mean,
maybe.
there's countries you could just get on the boat.
Oh, I'll be right back, guys. I just gotta step away for a little bit. But yeah,
The
Okay.
just
last time I was on a boat was when I was a kid, and I was with my uncle taking us fishing.
I mean, you
So,
can possibly catch a train to another country, maybe. And all I know is
what?
plane and boat that you can get into another country.
Yeah, I don't think you can take a train to another country though.
I don't
Because
know,
if the
but
country is like overseas, then that would kind of be impossible. Unless
mhm.
they got some tunnels in the ocean that don't nobody know about. I don't
Mm.
know.
Hey, the way
So,
you answer that question though, real nice, man.
what?
The way you answer that question, I'm just giving you a compliment, you know?
All right, we're not starting this,
Kind of
okay?
like the way you answer that question. I'm just saying.
Oh my god. I never said that I wouldn't take a compliment. Like I would accept the compliment, but then I'd also be like, all right, you need to calm down. Like,
I'm gonna calm down then.
but then I'm also not used to people. I was never the person. I was never used to people complimenting me because
Hmm.
of like being that person that people picked on all the time.
Okay.
So, you know, getting a bunch of compliments now, I feel like a lot of them, they're like, it's not that they're negative towards me per se, but they're negative considering certain like circumstances on what people are complimenting on.
Hmm.
That's what I feel like that's what bothers me the most. Because it's like, all right, I hear it every day. Like, I gotta deal with the attention every day. I didn't ask to be born like this, but here we go
Mm.
every day. Like, it's just that kind of stuff, and it's annoying
Well, man,
sometimes.
look, I'm gonna give you one more compliment. I really like the fact that you got a dad named Cowboy. I like that.
It's embarrassing.
uh,
It's embarrassing.
I don't think no. So if I was like, if I love someone deeply to move to another country, a distant country, mm, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know because I don't know, man. I really don't. Nah, I'm gonna say no because nah, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because um a lot of places I just don't want to visit that's out of the country. You know what
Well,
I'm
think
saying?
about it. And then you also have to adapt to the culture of that country.
Exactly, exactly. And it's like I'm like Africa. I've never been curious of going to Africa. I hear a lot of people they like, man, I'm gonna go to Africa.
Yeah.
Yada yada. I'm never curious of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or man, they have rock pythons in Africa. Man, I'm not dealing with that. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
And
they have a
shoot,
lot of
even
dangerous
I just
creatures all
yeah.
over the place.
What is that? What is that? That's a place that almost everything can kill you, man. What is Australia?
Um,
Australia? Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's Australia.
Australia.
Dude, everything will kill you up there, man. You breathe the wrong way, you might die. I'm good. I don't
Listen,
know.
I'm one of those people like I watched the like 72 most dangerous animals of Asia and Australia and all of I've watched all of those things and I watched the one for Australia because koalas are found in Australia. Um Mainly, I mean they could be found in Africa too, but they're mainly known to be found in Australia. And so I was like, man, I want to go travel to Australia one day, get to hold like a koala in in his natural habitat. And
All right.
as I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, like pretty much everything out there can kill you. Like everything out there is dangerous enough to either where it's poisonous enough or it's just, you know, rabid enough to like
Mm-mm.
tear your flesh off and you're just a goner. Like,
I can't
Yeah.
do it, man. I can't do it.
Well, what was the question again? Would you be willing to move to a distant country from someone?
We both said no, Spectre.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't either, honestly, unless it's like a mutual decision. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
if it's like something that's gonna be within reason, and as long as it's not something where I could potentially get trapped in, like say I move to a different country and then all of a sudden like I have no job and I have to rely on certain people, which I don't want to do that if that's what that is.
Yeah.
Like
But
if
then
I'm
but then
moving,
here's
I'm moving.
my thing, right? I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to do it because you got no family out there.
true,
Literally, you would have
true.
Spectre, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
think we
okay.
lost her.
I think
wouldn't be
she
able to do it.
froze.
Okay, she's back.
Okay.
We lost you, Lena.
Oh,
It was
wow.
all
So I was
those
just
it
talking
was
to
all those
myself.
compliments, man. About those compliments you was getting. Like,
Oh my
man,
god.
Spencer gave you a million compliments when you had froze just a while ago. I'm sorry you didn't hear them.
Yeah, you missed it.
Like, you
That's
missed
okay.
all
I
that.
can always just unmute my laptop and listen to it on YouTube since it's lagging from here to there.
Man, we literally gave you a million. Like, a million. I gave half, he gave half, and you missed all of it.
I gave half and he gave half.
You missed all of that, bro. Sorry.
Yep. Was I'm sorry, I lost track a little bit when I stepped out. Whose turn was this again? Next one.
It's on Lena.
No, I was the one who picked 21,
Oh, okay.
which was
It's on
his
me
question.
then. It's on
Oh,
me.
okay. All right, Suave, your turn.
I'm gonna take number 9. Love potion number 9.
What is your most treasured memory?
Man, let me see. Man, Spectre, you remember we went out there in that forest and we found Bigfoot.
We found Bigfoot. Suave, that
Bigfoot.
would mean you would know what Spectre looks like.
Yeah.
Dude, I do know how Spectre looks like, man. He have horns and a beard and a red face. I know exactly how he
Why
looks,
does he gotta
man.
have a red? You're calling him the devil at that point.
I think
Am
it's talking about
I?
my logo.
Am I? You calling him the devil?
What you said he has a horn? You said he had horns,
Yeah.
a
Look at
beard,
his face
a
right now,
red
Lena.
face.
Look at his face right now, Lena.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Lena, you so green, man.
How am I greedy?
I said green. Like green,
Oh,
like you in
green?
Clueless, like you ready to know.
I know what his thing looks like.
Yeah, that's how he look in real life.
No,
Yeah.
he has glasses.
He left his glasses at home, man. Like he's out right now doing his show. He left his glasses. He don't like wearing them when he's doing the show. He got on contacts right now.
He got on contact right now.
Let's see, man. My most treasured memory, man. Ugh. Man, I might have to get deep on this one. Why did you do this, Factor? Why did you do this?
I
You
mean,
know
this is
what
what the
though?
show.
This is for the first time I get to
Yeah,
see a deep side of Suave where he's not all joking. You
I
know, this is
know,
good.
man.
This is
I
good.
know.
Open
So
up to us. You know, we're a family.
we're a family, man. So my
Yep.
most treasured memory, man. So I grew up very, very poor, like very poor. And I remember we had this house. We were renting out this house, and we had no lights, no gas, no water, you know, no nothing. And it was cold in December, man. Like you would not imagine, you cannot imagine how cold a house would get if you don't have heat. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
don't have electricity, you can't even imagine. So we was all together in the living room, and all we had was sheets, like not even the comforter. All we had was sheets, and it was around Christmas time, and we all of us, like my mom had 4 kids, so it's all 4 of her kids and me and her husband. We was all in the middle of the floor trying to keep warm, man, and we actually kept warm that night. So it was that was the most treasured memory that I have. 'Cause I was like, man, I remember thinking if we get through this, this will be a bond we'll never break, you know. And that is my most treasured memory right there. I will never forget that day. And I enjoyed every moment. I was like, man, this is how family's supposed to be. We're like literally surviving together. You know,
Yeah.
that's my most treasured memory, man.
Yeah, Suave, you about to make people cry on here.
I know, but I mean, like, I guess from knowing that aspect of my life.
Mhm.
you can see how I feel like, man, helping people is important to me, or being nice to people, or like I don't do it just to do it. Like this is truly who I am. Like I think that, you have a choice, to do those things and not do those things. So you could choose to be nice to people or not be nice to people. Do I help everyone? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I feel like people need to figure it out on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't spoon feed everyone. But will I try my best when people in need? Yeah. I just think that you have to mold yourself into who you are, you know, and you're only going to choose either, the right way and whatever you consider right, or the wrong way or whatever you consider wrong, because some people may even consider being nice the wrong way, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they even tailor it as calling you too nice. Oh, you too nice. I didn't know there was such a thing. I just thought nice was just nice,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, man, that is my most memorable, treasured memory right there. You know,
Yeah.
that is it. I'm
Yeah.
about to, I'm about to, I'm about to go cry.
I'm
He's
like,
gonna
damn, he
cry in
about
the
to make
car.
people tear up over
What
here.
about
Like,
you, Lena?
um,
Pepe, can I get a hug?
Yeah.
Tip to tip.
oh,
Yes.
what?
Thank you, bro.
All I heard was tip to tip.
Bring
What?
it in.
Alright, alright, alright. um, most treasured memory is um I want to say is like spending the holidays with like my dad and then also like my mom, because growing up for me, like my parents were divorced by the time I was 3, so or 4. I
We'll ask
was
Cowboy. I'm sure he know. Did you freeze? Did you freeze up?
Oh, I think she froze.
Yeah.
Uh, Lena, we lost you. I don't know if you could hear us.
There
Oh,
we
You,
we
goes.
lost.
you froze up,
Um,
man.
I seen it go out and I was like, oh, here we go again. My parents divorced around the time that I was 3 or 4 years old, so I kind of had to grow up with both sides separately. And one thing I will say is they definitely made the holidays special because, Suave, I can relate to you with the whole with growing up the way you did. Because my mom, even though my mom was married to her ex-husband, my mom worked 2 jobs to support 5 kids by herself. Um, and there were times when we didn't have the lights on in the house, so we didn't have heat and things like that. And when it came down to things like Christmas, um, there were times when my mom wasn't able to afford to buy gifts for us. So we would literally go to places where they donated gifts to kids who didn't get to have that. And my mom would make Christmas happen for us with those little things. Because when I was growing up, you would be able to go to like the local fire stations would be giving away a gift to a kid,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we would get our gifts sometimes for Christmas. And those are the one of the things that I will forever be grateful for, because when I think of like getting gifts as a kid versus kids now getting gifts, like, bro, there is something about going through hard times and still being able to be grateful to like just at least have your family to help you get through that. So, and
Yeah.
then with my dad, I watched my dad um not have his own place and live with other people, and we had to work our holidays around him living with other people. And he also had to find people who would accept the fact that he had 3 kids, and that he would have us from certain periodics of time. So just seeing my dad be able to make things like Santa's workshop happen for me, my brother, and my sister, knowing we were going through certain things, like I'm grateful for those things. Half the stuff that my dad got us, we didn't ask for, but we weren't ungrateful about it. We accepted it. We were like, man, we finally got, we got toys. We're gonna be happy. We don't care if we didn't get that DS for Christmas last year, but you know what? My dad made it work with getting us that kind of stuff the following year, with saving up. So I definitely do say like holidays. It's just something about like growing up as a kid, where you don't come from like wealthy families.
Yeah.
So when my dad got our house, and around here, I felt like the kids were more on the wealthier side than what I'm used to, because I'm just a kid who grew up in Trenton, where everybody's pretty much on the poor side. Not everybody has anything. There would be times where we would have to go to shelters for food. So um, I feel like I don't express that part of me growing up to people a lot, because I feel like people wouldn't understand. Especially people out here. Like they won't people out here where my dad, moved us to, they don't understand that stuff. So um it definitely molded me and my brother to be the people we are today. So
Nice. Nice.
Um, Well, for me, my most treasured memory. I mean, it's more of. Well, I'm gonna have to go a little bit in depth on this one, but my most treasured memory, I guess you could say. I mean, it's still a tragedy to see what was going on with there, but there were still some great things during that. But this happened, I believe, back in 2000. I want to say maybe 12, I think, or 10. Basically, we went to go home, my home country, for a whole month for vacation, because it was my uncle's wedding at that time, and he was getting married to his ex-wife. And that was also the exact same time that happened to be, I think, a week from when we arrived. My aunt, we found her, and she decided that she didn't want to live anymore. And that was when we found her upstairs the next day, and she was gone. We took her to the hospital, and basically her family thought that we had something to do with it, which we never did. So they basically were threatening my family. They actually left death threats, like with a letter with a bullet on it on our front door once, and and pretty much it led to the point where my grandparents were like, okay, we have to have like, she hired like private police officers, like at one point, to watch over our house for a while. And we pretty much got locked down, and it was pretty tough, because we in the span of the whole month, we went from having a wedding to a funeral, and also my I mean, it's kind of weird dynamic now that I think about it, because
yeah.
technically he's my cousin, but I'm the godfather that her mom made me his godfather. So it's like my cousin slash godson.
He must be younger than you.
Yeah, he's pretty young. Like, he's a young kid. But yeah. So we went for a christening, went for wedding, and then went for death. So pretty much it was like full circle of life in 1 month, and
Wow.
it was pretty tough. But I felt like it's kind of this portion of the whole part of my life that I kind of treasured a little bit, was because of, I think that was the last memory I ever had where what it was like to be a kid with and be with my cousins and being with my friends, because I left before I think like I left my cousins for after 6th grade. So and that's also the same time when I left all of my friends from school. and they were all my cousins. Like we got to spend more time with each other, and we were all going through the same thing, like grief, all of that stuff, and still found time to be kids and just have fun with each other. And also that was also the time where I last saw all of my friends that I went to school with. And I was just completely surprised that they even wanted to come together and throw in like a reunion party just for me, which I just wasn't expecting, because there's most of them I wasn't really that super close with, but we all grew up all together. And seeing everybody being in the same room, just like having fun, just doing what kids were doing at the time.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. And like going back there maybe 3 years later as an adult, it just kind of felt different. Like it just felt, I don't know, it just felt kind of empty to me, because like you've got everybody all grown up and everybody's like not in the same town anymore. They moved out, and like my cousins, same way as well. They're all old, and it's just not how packed and how different it was from last time I went there. So to me, I just wish that there was more opportunities for me to do that again when I was a kid. But it's full of all those things where just everybody grows up. You know. But yeah, that was, I think that was like the most treasured memory for me at that point, just because that's the last time I ever felt like what it was like to be a kid with all of my friends.
Nice. Man, dude, we gotta eventually hang out one day, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all we definitely should.
I like,
A trip to Vegas. Vegas. Oh my God. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
Vegas, right?
LA.
Yeah,
LA.
Vegas, right? Or LA.
Vegas.
Well, Vegas, but LA is
Vegas.
pretty.
Yeah, Vegas.
Yeah, LA is pretty close, like about 5 hours
Okay.
from me. So.
Nah, that's not pretty close.
Well, I mean, in terms of just road trips, I guess. I mean, we used to. Well, actually, when we first moved here, we used to go
Mhm.
there every month, just for like, for
Big mini
fun.
trip.
Yep, exactly.
Lena,
And
what are you eating?
hot fries.
You didn't even offer any, Lena. Like, you so damn rude, bro.
I'm sorry. Did you offer what you were eating when you first got on here?
Lena, I'm a man. I'm always rude. I'm always rude. Nobody give me any million compliments every time I walk into work.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
Dang, princess. Dang.
Oh man. Nice. All right, so I think we got one.
It's on you, right? No, it's on Lena.
Lena?
It's on Spectre.
Oh, Spectre, it's on you then.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, I would like to pick. Let me see, number 7.
All right.
Is there something you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? Well,
Mm.
pretty much it's pretty much to the topic I was talking about earlier, which was just pretty much doing filmmaking and just acting and maybe just doing some music stuff, because well, just things got in the way. I just never really found time for it, and now that I have kind of hit a point in my life where I'm just like, like I got a lot of creative energy, and I just want to pour it into something. So I wanted to explore more options for myself and to see what I can really do, and that's what I've been doing. And music, well, I never really considered myself as a musician. I never really thought that I could be someone that could write music, because I just don't know if I was that creative. But after
Bro,
talking to
you probably a rapper and don't even know
maybe I mean, I got to look at music and stuff like that once I'm not busy trying to learn some instruments, because I was trying to look at learning at pianos maybe.
Oh my god, learning. All right, first of all, playing the piano is definitely and the piano is my favorite instrument. And that was the first instrument I learned how to play. I learned how to play when I was 5,
Mhm.
and I've been playing ever since. And it's just something about like listening, no, like watching yourself just play certain melodies. It's like I'm really doing it, and it gives you more confidence. But I definitely say like trying to learn the placement of your hands on the keys does get a little tedious at times,
Mhm.
but you'll be able to do it though. It's not too complicated, I
Was
should
it
say.
was
Do
it
it,
easy to learn?
do it, do it.
Well, being a 5-year-old, you have a
Yeah.
short attention span.
Oh, that's
um,
true. That's true. So
but my
could be.
grandma made it the thing for me to have to sit there and practice for about an hour a day.
Hmm.
So, with her putting her foot down, since we lived in her house when I started to learn how to play,
Yeah.
then a part of me just started to like playing it, and then that's what draw me more into wanting to play.
I see.
So when I got older, I took classes again on playing the piano, and like as being an older kid, and it wasn't hard. I felt as though it wasn't too hard, but maybe that's because I already knew like how. But
Mhm.
I don't. I will say like just learning the placement of like your hands on the keys, well your fingers on the keys, and like learning each key individually will take some time to get used to, but other than that I wouldn't say it's hard.
Okay. Okay. So I'll definitely look into that then because I mean I played a little bit of guitar when I was younger, but
Yeah.
I I was the only reason I've always been interested in pianos was because I was also looking at like producing some music too because
Hmm.
I always wanted to do that and I was curious about it. So I would definitely take a look at that as well. So it'll be
Listen, one of my goals in life is to play uh a Beethoven symphony. You ever watch Corpse Bride? And
ooh, yeah,
remember
yeah,
the scene of her playing the piano while she's waiting for the guy to get there before her like wedding rehearsal?
yeah, yeah.
I've always wanted to learn how to play that symphony. And granted, that's actually two symphonies put together from two different um composers, but I've always wanted to learn how to do that because I've heard it's very complicated, especially for something that complex. But I've always wanted to learn.
Me too. I always thought I was kind of intimidated by it because I always thought I was like, man, like there's a lot of keys. Like, how do you even do all this stuff? But
Yeah,
after hearing like apparently it's one of the easiest to learn, I'm now even more interested than ever. I just need to get a
yeah,
piano.
it's really not complicated. You know what? They have beginners books that literally will show you hand placements, and they'll give you like easier things for you to be able to play on the keys. Um,
Mhm.
and you'll start to catch on like that. I honestly think you'll really like it once you start once you start getting in the hang of it.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'm definitely excited now. I just need to be on the prowl on OfferUp to find some good pianos somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Listen, I
definitely.
always told myself once I buy my house, I am getting a black grand piano that will sit in my front room, and literally nothing else will be in there besides the piano and and the bench. And if
When this
people want to
happens,
hear
can
me
I come
play,
over
they can
though?
stand around. Huh?
Yeah.
When this happens, can I come over?
Yeah. Listen,
Are you cooking though?
I cook too. Cooking is actually the one main thing I have a passion for. So
What we eat? Macaroni?
what? Ha ha ha! No. Like I last weekend, like Friday night, I made steak and potatoes and spinach for me, my brother, and his girlfriend.
Okay.
The night after that, I made Spanish rice and chicken, and then just 2 or 3 nights ago, I made um spaghetti. But the way I do my spaghetti, I do like a meat sauce. Um,
You make your own sauce?
I haven't gotten down with my own sauce just yet, but I do have recipes though for like my own sauce.
Okay. You cook
But
special
yeah, no, yeah, I could.
Yeah,
do you cook?
yeah, I do. I used to, actually, fun fact for those who don't know, I really wanted to, when I graduated high school, I wanted to become a chef. That was like, I was super into like Gordon Ramsay, and he's one of my favorite chefs to to watch cook. Him and what's his name? His mentor at one point, Marco Pierre White. And I really wanted to cook, but I'm not sure what happened. I guess just a bunch of things happened to me where I just thought, oh, I don't know if I could sustain myself being a cook because I
Listen,
heard.
Spectre, if you ever want to follow the dream, when I open up my restaurant, you can always be like a special guest chef for the night or something.
Oh, true, true.
Hmm.
That'd be nice.
You can make macaroni, bro.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I do love it still. I think it's just like the aspect of like watching. I don't know. Like for me, I really like it when you see the dishes they make, and you can create that at home. you know, I just thought that was like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
And like I made for the first time chicken cordon bleu from this recipe I got from my local grocery store, like whatever service it is. But
Yeah.
I love it. It's just amazing. Like I can't believe I looked at it and I'm like, oh, okay, like it actually looks nice.
See,
So
I'm the type of person who like keeps recipes. I literally have a binder filled with recipes. Um, and every time I'm subscribed to like this food magazine. So like there's recipes in there that I'd be like, oh, I gotta try this one day. And I'll like mark it down or I'll like cut it out to like save. Um, like it's I don't know, man. It's just something about cooking. I don't know.
yeah,
Hmm.
I agree. It's great. It's you know, I don't know. It's fun. I like. There's something about just putting your headphones on and just cooking. yeah, that's how I looked at it at least.
Get in the zone.
Lena, did your dad hook up the stadium?
It's funny, he was supposed to do it
Yeah.
Wednesday night and he didn't. I kid you not, I'm pretty sure the girls have to find this stuff in their room, so
Man, they probably sold that, bro.
don't say that because my dad bought them that thing for Christmas.
Yeah, they probably sold that, man. I can do maybe one more question, man. I'm sleepy.
Yeah. Let's actually yeah, we're pretty much over the time by a long shot. But yeah, just for the sake of time's sake for everybody, I'll let you take it home, Suave.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, like the
Do the
last
Oh,
last
question.
just one more.
question.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Um, let's do number 15.
All right,
What's 15?
number 15. Does the fact that you have never done something before increases or decreases its appeal to you?
No, that's easy. So it doesn't. If I haven't done anything, I don't worry about it. So it don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't increase the appeal to it at all, or decrease it. To be honest, I just don't worry about it. Like if I haven't did it, I haven't did it. You know,
I
I'm
think
just
that's
gonna freestyle it. You know.
That's how I feel too. I mean, if it well, unless it's something that involves like jumping, bungee jumping, then I'm not going to do that. But
Yeah. I'm like, you know,
yeah,
I'm okay if I don't do it. You know.
yeah, yeah, same here. Because
Okay.
the way I look at it is just that nothing ventured, nothing gained. So
And plus, something like bungee jumping, I feel like they haven't worked out all the kinks to that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know?
honestly, I was watching this. I forgot which video it was, but it was one of those like true crime, whatever. I mean, this one wasn't really true crime, but it was like one of those like scary real life stories. And apparently, this guy and his girlfriend wanted to bungee jump on in this country. I think it was in Peru, and they have it to where it's couples, and the crew were putting bungee jumps on them, like securing both of them. So they secured his her boyfriend first, and I don't know why whose idea this was, but they told the boyfriend, "Okay, go." But the girlfriend she was just really nervous. Like she was at the point where she's like, "Okay, I just want to get this done to get it over with." But they when they told her boyfriend, "You're good," she jumped, and she didn't get secured, and she actually died.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
Well, I wouldn't imagine anything less than that. You jump
Yeah.
without a bungee cord, Spectrum.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather stay home.
I mean, dude, it's I don't know. It's her time to go, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, this same thing with death. I just look at it differently. Now, I do fear something happening to one of my kids, so that would hit me hard, like real hard, you
Yeah.
know. But I think it will be easy for me to like go through the mourn process and get through it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I accept death something as like something you're gonna that has to happen. It's in our life. You know, something you can't escape from. It's gonna happen. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. But anyway, yeah, that's my answer to the question.
Yeah. And what about you, Lena? The question.
um, I've always wanted to do skydiving.
No. On the question, like, does
So
this
I know. Let
oh,
me
okay.
finish.
Okay.
Um, I've always wanted to do like something like skydiving, but I would have to get over my fear of like getting on a plane. So I feel as though it would increase. I feel as though like that's what increases my urge to want to get on a plane because I want to be able to experience something that would involve me having to be in a plane in the first place. And me getting on a plane, it has nothing to do with like heights. It's just
So you
two
never been on
planes
a
went.
plane?
I've never been on a plane before.
Really?
I
Okay.
kid you not, when I was 15, I was given the option to either have a 15 or a trip to Puerto Rico, and I chose the trip to Puerto Rico. And you know what happened? Oh, a plane went missing. And I was like, nope,
Oh,
not going on a trip anymore.
I mean,
And you
like,
know what? My
yeah,
16th birthday came around, and I got the option to have that trip again. And I was like, and another plane went missing. I was like, nope. And I planned a Sweet 16 in 3 months, and it was very successful. So no, thank you.
Mm.
But
Well,
I
there
do
you
want to
go.
get on a plane though. That's literally one thing that made me fear of getting on a plane was the fact that like anything can happen while you're up in the
yeah.
air. Granted, the same thing with skydiving, but you know.
Oh man.
Oh well. On that note, on a plane, I guess it's time for all of us to fly off. I know I think this is like the longest episode we've ever done. Well, which is kind of, I think, fitting because we haven't been on for a while, so I think it makes up for that.
Hmm.
um, but we promise, guys, we will be back. We will be back for just a regular 2 hour slot as usual for next week. Two more episodes left, by the way, which
I know.
me and Lena have to discuss a little bit later after this show. But thank you everybody that came by and watched us. A special shout out to Jeff, um, Ray, Crow as well, who was here earlier, and also special thanks to Suave for jumping in for tonight's episode and being part of our conversations. Tonight we went talking about dreams and a little bit of ourselves and our previous lives, or I mean not previous lives, but past
Yeah,
lives.
previous
But
life.
Yeah.
that's when you know it's time for bed.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy. I actually have to be up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock because I have to work in the morning.
oh,
Really?
Yeah.
dang. Okay. Yeah.
Dude.
All right. Let's wrap it up then. So, Lena, in where can we find you? A little bit about yourselves, guys. We'll go from Lena to Suave.
Man, you can find me on here Friday nights with Spectre for the clickbait show. You can find me Wednesday nights on the Climax on Suave's channel, the Climax for Man versus Woman, and you also can find me on And Now Your Mama Knows channel, aka the Cowboy, on Tuesday nights for Triple Slam, and soon enough my own channel, which I
Right.
will unveil the
Yep,
name
yep.
of sometime soon.
And what about you, Suave?
You can find me on the Climax on YouTube and check out my 3 podcasts I have. Man versus Woman with Lena, Man Cave with my brother William, and the Diamond Show with my brother Vegas. So check that out, man. On the Climax with a K.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as always, you can always find me here on my channel, 7 p.m. Friday for the clickbait show temporarily. Be sure to tune in for more future parts of my content on my channel. As I mentioned previously, I will be looking into exploring more stuff, content musically wise. So you might possibly see cover songs and things like that in the near future. Um, but yeah, be sure to tune in to us at the same time still, the same Friday night. 2 more episodes left as well. So be sure to check that out. We are going to plan to do something for the last 2 episodes before we get the show on hiatus. But from all of us here, thank you guys for stopping by for tonight. I hope everyone has a great night, and we'll see you next time, only here on.